All right, I think we're live on YouTube. We're about to go live on TikTok and Facebook. I believe we are live on YouTube. All right, yeah, we are. All right, let's go live on Facebook. I hope you guys can hear me from YouTube. Um, all right, we're live on Facebook as well. We are live on Facebook. You guys, let me know if you can hear me good and clear there. About going live on TikTok. Let's see what we have here. All right, all right, all right. I think we're live on all three platforms now. We're gonna have a good show today. Let me set up these mobile devices and we'll have a good show. Una welcome. I hope you guys can hear me though. If you can't hear me, please let me know so that I go tweak some things. This is a new setup, so we're gonna know what's in there happen. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully everything is working good. Otherwise we'll try to fix it. All right. Una thank you. Una happy weekend. I hope say una weekend they go well. I hope say una they drink water, they stay warm. I hope everybody is being healthy, doing good things, positive vibes only. You know, no banter, no tribalism. You know. And I'll tell you guys something in the moment here. You know, I was on, I think it was Ayomi Day's live today. Some creator on TikTok. His name is Ayomi Day. Shout out to Ayomi Day. I was on his live earlier today. You know, and it was a good show. You know, diverse opinion, Nigerians from all aspects, you know, different tribes, religions, all that good stuff. They were talking about politics, right? Who's best? Tinubu, Buhari, and Tinubu, Peter Obi, and all that. And you know, obviously, you know, I'm not like excited or surprised, right? Because it's what it is. When Obasanjo ran the first time, the West didn't give him the votes, even though their brother. They don't trust him enough to vote him in, right? They were, for whatever reason, they didn't vote him, right? And you know, on this live show with on Ayomi Day's live, you know, I saw different people, Yoruba, Bini, Edo, Igbo, people coming on talking about, you know, how they feel about Tinubu and all that. You know, you see everybody, every tribe, everywhere, they support and against Tinubu. And it was a very nice live session, you know, very nice live session. No banter, no saga, you know, very plain, clean. You know, it's only in Igbo land, my people. When we say if you disagree with Peter Obi and you be Igbo man, they say you be Sabo. You know, I didn't see anybody call anybody names on that live, regardless of where you're from or who you are. Yoruba people came, Igbo people came, say, no, like Tinubu, this one is bad, this one is bad, this one is bad. But how dare an Igbo man say he doesn't like Peter Obi, you know? Our fellow Igbo brothers go begin they call him Sabo. But hey, that's not what we're here for today. Thank you guys for joining. I hope everybody can hear me on Facebook, on YouTube, and on TikTok. I hope everybody can hear me clean and good. This is a new setup, so we're trying to want to see how it's going to work out, and I want to make sure it works so that we'll continue to make good content and coming up more to talk about these issues because they are important, right? Anyway, I greet everybody where they're here. Let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to join the show. We're going to have a good show once again. My name is Kachi, and I'm the host of the Beer Parlor Show. Thank you, everybody who's here. Thank you, for sending me the roses. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Easy, thank you for sending me the heart me. I appreciate you. We're going to have a good show today. Just give me 1 second. Make I get accustomed with this, my new setup. I see somebody requesting. We won't be able to bring up anybody just yet. We need to get to 5K likes. So let's keep liking and get to 5K before we can bring up any guests. So if you can, please feel free to like before we can bring up any guests on the show. Let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to join the show. I'm going to give my background, and it's going to be the guests. I'm going to limit it to mostly Igbo people. Mostly Igbo guests are going to be welcome to request and share their thoughts. Those are Igbo man, so that go other tribes now no go talk something, we go pinch me small, I'm a very sensitive Igbo man. Hey man, when they bomb me, they come out to that thing where they make people not to be sensitive. They come out to my own, so my own, they very unfiltered. Anyway, hey, we're gonna limit it today to just Igbo people on the guests, like people requesting to talk. So if you're not Igbo, feel free to just, stay in the chat and listen. Leave your chats. We'll read your chats from time to time. And we're going to have a good show. That's for sure. Anyway, waiting prompt me on this, right? Waiting prompt me on this topic. Now, Obi Kubana. Not Obi Kubana, but Chief Priest. The fat one. Chief Priest. Right? It was kind of a different angle. I hope I can relate it, right? I hope I can relate what prompted me to finally come up with this topic. Igbo agitation, Ndigbo, agitation or development, right? Chief Priest lost the election. He was running to be a Federal House of Rep member, and he lost. The primaries, not the election. He wrote over an election, but he lost the primary election in Olu, I believe. Olu. And I saw him on a live session with Pella. And Pella was asking him some questions, or he was saying that he left Peter Obi because Peter Obi lost the last time and he's tired of losing, right? And then he went further to say that he's tired of losing. Then Pella then asked him, but if you leave Peter Obi because of losing, now you come lose. What thing happened? Then he changed the conversation and, started, all that, spinning. Spinning. He spun and spun. And then he said another thing that caught my attention. He said, as an Igbo man, Tinubu no trust me like that. Now, it's all about accountability, right? It's all about accountability. If you lose an election, why don't you go back and figure out why you lost? You joined the City Boys movement, because obviously you wanted to run under the APC and all that good stuff, right? You joined the City Boy movement. You joined the APC. Whatever negotiations you had in the background, we don't know. Whatever campaigns you had in the background, we don't know. But then you lost the election, and somehow you drag Tinubu inside your loss. Tell me how that makes sense. And then you make a very nasty statement saying, as an Igbo man, Tinubu no trust me. What does Tinubu have to do with you losing your primaries? The other candidate is an Igbo man. The other candidate that you lost to is an Igbo man, right? It's not a Yoruba man. Obviously, it's an Olu. You see what I'm saying, right? And this is why, obviously he went to Pella's show. He's saying come be a palo now. We'll ask him that question. But if Tinubu no trust you as an Igbo man, now Hausa man where you run against, who is the other person? Is it an Hausa man? Is it an Hausa man? It's not an Hausa man, clearly. It's an Igbo man. You lost to an Igbo man. So instead of you to hold yourself accountable and try to be better and plan for next time, if you're still interested in it, you run around and start saying things like, as an Igbo man, Tinubu no trust me. It's a shame that this is the narrative that the Igbo people that we are supposed to look up to. The Igbo people we are supposed to look up to. They keep throwing these narratives out there to the younger ones. And then it obviously certainly becomes truth to the younger ones. When they hear someone like Cubana Chief Priest saying, I lose because Tinubu no trust me. What do you think a young man in his 20s, 18, what do you think he's going to do? He's not going to process it further and probe and ask. Obviously, Pella didn't probe further to ask who you run against. Now, Yoruba man, you see what I'm saying? Anyway, that's what prompted me to this topic for today. Ndigbo, agitation or development. Now, let's take a look in Igbo land, in the southeast. All the Igbo, or most of the Igbo people that we know as successful, rich, where are their enterprises? Where are their investments? Where are their businesses? Most of their businesses are not in the southeast. Most of their businesses are in Lagos. You know? Most of their businesses are in Lagos. But here we are every day. We talk about agitation. I bet you go to any Igbo channel or TikTok space right now, on TikTok, the conversation there is, then they treat us bad for Nigeria. They are not treating us well for Nigeria. Ndigbo, they are not treating us well. I can bet you, you go to any Igbo space now, 9 out of 10 times, let me say 5 out of 10, 5 is too slow now, 8 out of 10 times, the conversation there is, let us agitate for Biafra. Let us agitate for this. Now, agitation, I'm not saying anything is wrong or bad or good or bad. I'm not saying it's good or bad. But here is the thing, because at the end of the day, we need to think about outcomes, right? We need to think about outcomes, because there is a saying, you cannot keep doing something over and over again and expect the same result or expect a different result, right? There's a saying. Everybody's happy that saying. Not be me talking that one. You cannot keep doing something over and over and over and over again and expect a different result, right? There is a saying like that. Now, this agitation, we've been agitating for over 60 years. Over 60 years. Since 1967, right? Yeah, okay, maybe you never reach 60, but you get the point though. Maybe you never reach 60, but it's close. But you get the point. Hey, man, listen, man. Forgive my mathematics. My head, I've had a long day and I'm trying to just hold this show and have conversations and call it a day, right? So forgive my mathematics if it's not correct. However, it's close. If you never reach 60, it's close. We've been doing this agitation for close to 60 years, 60 or whatever it is. I'm going to say over 60 years. We've been doing this agitation. Now, what are the outcomes of our agitation? What are the outcomes of our agitation as Ndigbo? I would like young people to not fall for this trap. Because we were done old. I think they see my white hair. We were done old. Our life done the spoil finish. They say misery loves company, right? They say misery loves company. We were done old. Our life done almost spoil. So we go rather just continue to talk the thing where we done, sabi where we done the talk since. Because it's kind of hard to start changing gear now where you done they almost go quarter to go. It's hard to change gear. But the young people, I would like for them to have a rethink. I would like for the young people to have a rethink and ask questions. Ask these hard questions to people like Chief Priest, for people like Coach Charis, to people like Peter Obi. Ask these hard questions. Ask them, how is it that how is it that everything is against us in Nigeria? How? Tell us how. Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old child. Let me understand so that I would agree with you objectively. So that I will agree with you objectively, right? Tell me like I'm a 5-year-old child. Explain that marginalization to me like I'm a 5-year-old child. Let me understand it. Because there's another saying that says, if you cannot explain something to somebody, and the person understands it completely, then you probably don't know what you're saying. You see what I'm saying? So now back to agitation or development. We've been agitating for over 60 years. What has been the outcome of our agitation? Chaos, instability, pretty much chaos. I mean, chaos wraps everything up, right? But instability, capital flight, insecurity, poor infrastructure, even the marginalization. Now, because of this agitation, that is why the feeling of marginalization exists. Because of this agitation, the feeling of that marginalization exists. Because our political class in the southeast of Nigeria, they go with the flow. If everybody is saying marginalization, what do you want me to do? I go just chop money, they go. What think consign me? Shout out to Alex Oti. I see someone requesting. I don't know if we've hit 5K likes. I don't think we're at 1K likes right now. Let's keep liking and get more people here to join the show. We need to hit 5K likes before we can start bringing guests on. And you have to be Igbo as well to you have to be Igbo as well to request. But if you're not Igbo, please feel free to remain in the chat and share your thoughts. We're going to read it from time to time. And I appreciate all of you guys for being here, right? Now, if a Southeast leader, take for instance, I'm not going to call any present one, but I'm going to call Ojuzo Kalu. I'm going to call Theodore. I'm going to call Ikpeazu. These are 3 past governors of Abia State. If everybody is shouting marginalization, why do you think these men would want to lift a finger? Ikpeazu, for instance, he was popular for saying this saying, why would I build a flyover? Do you have a car that I will build a flyover for you? He also said, Domino's, I don't know the one, Domino's maybe, that Domino's is coming to Abia State, so that is development. He also said that he's giving pregnant women 500 naira. And when the news anchor asked him, pushed back, to ask him, just 500 naira? He was like, did they have it before? So this is how they see you. They can't relate with you. They are here. You no go see where my hand. You're not even here. I'm not saying they are here, you're here. They are here. I'll put it where you no go see my hand. And you're here. They can't relate with you, right? They can't relate with you. But shout out to Alex Oti, who's breaking that jinx and telling Abia State people, or showing Abia State people, Igbo people at large, what is possible. Shout out to Alex Oti for showing Igbo people what is possible when it comes to governance. Shout out to Alex Oti. He's not there, and even though I have one fault for him, I get fault for everybody, right? I get fault for everybody, right? I have just one critique against him, right? When Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced, he went to Sokoto. He took the first flight to Sokoto to go and visit him. Now, I don't know why he did that. I understand that Nnamdi Kanu is from Abia State. I understand that. Maybe it could have been he's just going to visit somebody who he considers a citizen of Abia State, a state that he governs. Maybe he went there to say, this your rhetoric, you need to tone it down. You need to tone it down. But at the end of the day, because it was a private meeting, people like me now can speculate and say, why are you going to visit a convicted terrorist? This man has single-handedly caused chaos in the whole of the Southeast. Why are you going to visit him? I wish he came out in public. And said something or just clear the air This is why I went to visit this man. It's not because I sympathize with him. It's not because I sympathize with Biafra. It's not because of this. I just went for this particular reason. And that is it. Close that topic. Same thing with Peter Obi. Peter Obi has not come to talk about the IPOB. That's my only critique on Peter Obi, by the way. But back to the topic. Alex Oti is showing Igbo people what is possible with governance. That is what Alex Oti is doing. He's showing us that governance can be done. Regardless of whatever amount that federal government is giving us, we can use it to make a change. We can use it to work for the people. We can put that money to work. Right? Alex Oti is showing us. So now we've put the standard here. The next person that is coming, we expect them to do at the bare minimum, compete with what Alex Oti is doing. Then at best, do better. Alex Oti was on the news on a press conference recently, and he was saying he has completed 840 kilometers of road. 840 kilometers of road in the southeast. 840 kilometers of road, not southeast, in Abia State. In Abia State, he has completed 840 kilometers of road in Abia State. This is under 4 years. And he said there is another over 200 that is still in progress, and they are about to complete them in the coming months. This is what Alex Oti is showing us. Alex Oti has built a bus terminal, a modern bus terminal in Umuahia. He's building another one in Abia State. How can you fault somebody like that? Except Kachi. Kachi go say, why you go visit Nnamdi Kanu? Why you go visit Nnamdi Kanu? Except Kachi, how can I fault somebody like that, right? But hey, shout out to Alex Oti, right? But nobody's perfect. So that's why I say I give him 9 over 10. Just for that reason, right? Alex Oti is showing us what is possible as far as governance in the Southeast. These things are possible. We can develop. In spite of whatever feeling you have in your head, we can develop. So now, agitation or development, which one do you choose? Alex Oti is telling us we can develop. Nnamdi Kanu and the other Biafran apologists, they are telling us, let us agitate. But we can develop. We can develop. If you zoom into the Biafran angle of my thumbnail today, you would see the chaos, the burning, insecurity, instability that Biafra has brought. On the right-hand side, you would see what is possible with development. We can develop. In Ndigbo, we always pride ourselves as the best in everything, right? We always pride ourselves as the best in everything. But tell me, what really are we the best at in Nigeria? I would like to know. Are we best at agitation for 60 years? We carry first for that one. We carry first for that one. Agitation. We carry first for agitation. So we give us that one, right? We carry first for agitation. After agitation, what else? What else? When you come to industry, we are not best at it. We're not best at it. When you come to education, we're not best at it. We don't have the best schools in Nigeria. We don't have the best research facilities in Nigeria. But these things can be possible though. When it comes to pick any sector, healthcare, we are not the best in Nigeria. We don't have the best hospitals in Nigeria. When it comes to pick whatever it is, man. Pick whatever it is. We're not the best at it in Nigeria, right? So how come that we pride ourselves in saying, Ndigbo bu enyi, Ndigbo bu mborogu Nigeria? There is, countless songs out there. Countless songs. Ndigbo bu mborogu Nigeria. If you come out Igbo people from Nigeria, Nigeria go collapse. No. Nigeria go rest. Nigeria go finally do We got these people say, yeah, make I rest, make I brief, let the poor brief. You know, Nigeria go do, make I rest. We're not the best at whatever. Name it, man. Name it. We're not the best at it. But we can be. We can be. We can be the best. But we need to change our mindset from the agitation to development. That is how we can become the best. Talk about industries, right? Talk about industries. Talk about industries. Dangote is the richest black man. Period. Where is Dangote from? Dangote is a Nigerian. Now, when you come to Nigeria now, you know, so we'll be very tribal people. Everybody likes to identify by tribe, right? Now, where is Dangote from? Dangote is a Fulani, right? He's a Fulani man. His grandparent from his mom's side was a billionaire. His grandparent from his dad's side, another billionaire, right? Now, look at the result of that. Look at the outcome of that billionaire from both sides, right? Dangote is the richest man, black man, period. Probably the richest black man that has ever lived. Probably. I don't know. Some people might argue Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa na senior man. Shout out to Mansa Musa. Shout out to Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa is a senior man. Mansa Musa is a senior man. So let me not reach. Let me say in current history. Dangote is the richest black man currently that exists. Let me not reach and say in history. Let me say that exists right now. Dangote is not an Igbo man. Dangote is not an Igbo man. Right? Dangote is a Fulani man. Now, look at what Dangote is doing in Nigeria. Pretty much industrializing Nigeria. Look at the refinery he has built in Nigeria. Look at the fertilizer plants Dangote has built. Look at the cement manufacturing plants Dangote has built so many areas. And so many other things I probably don't know about. I heard he's getting into power, energy. I heard he's looking to get into telecoms. That is how you industrialize. That is how you industrialize. Now, the next richest black person or Nigerian, the next richest Nigerian is Bua. I don't know his name, but Bua in business name, I believe. Maybe his name is Bua too, but B-U-A. Bua. Another Fulani man, right? He has cement, and I don't know everything about him, but he has big businesses, obviously. Now, when you start going down, you go now see the Adenuga. Wale Adenuga of Shena Globacom. You will now see the Otedola. You know, he's into petroleum products and other things. You will now see the Davido's father, Adeleke. You will now see the Otedola. I don't know if I've mentioned Otedola. You will now see I don't know, so many of them, so many of Yoruba people, wealthy, industrialists. They have big businesses, right? Now, bring it down to Ndigbo, because we are the next biggest tribe, right? I can think of Peter Obi. I can think of Innocent. I can think of I don't even know. Coach Charis, maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know if Coach Charis is at that level, man. But he has a lot of money, obviously, millions. He has millions and millions of money, you know, dollars. He has millions and millions of money, right? But you cannot compare what these Igbo men, and they are very successful at their own right? They are very, very successful. Let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to join the conversation. Let's keep liking. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Make we continue to like. We had 2.1K likes. We need to hit 5K likes to get to start bringing guests on. I could just do the monologue in the meantime. And until then, make we just get more people here to join the conversation. You know, again, yeah, Otto Eze. We have Otto Eze. We have Peter Obi. We have, you know, but then, you see these Igbo names that I'm calling, right? They are very successful at their own right. At their own right, they are very successful. Don't get me wrong. However, I cannot necessarily call them industrialists. I can't. In good conscience, Peter Obi is an importer. Importation is essential, but it doesn't create jobs, opportunities at scale. It doesn't produce these things at scale. One or two people here you go employ to manage this and that, but it doesn't produce job opportunities at scale. Compare what Peter Obi does to what Wale Adenuga does. Right? Compare what Peter Obi does to what Wale Adenuga does. Wale Adenuga, I believe, is the Globacom man. You can only imagine how many employees he has. You can only imagine, right? Dangote, same thing. You can only imagine how many employees Dangote has on just one factory. How many employees he has, right? You can only imagine, right? You can't say the same for Peter Obi. If Peter Obi now had a business like, maybe this is where his son now needs to get into and start expanding because his father has started it. So maybe his son now can get in, expand, and start doing other things, right? Now, take for instance, maybe Walmart, where they for US. Walmart is the biggest, after the military, Walmart is the biggest employer of labor in America, right? But Peter Obi does not have what Walmart has. Peter Obi just has an importation business. And then he has the next supermarket, I believe. But next supermarket has not reached the level of Walmart. If said next supermarket, every state, every city for every state, then we'll go say, yes, that's what it is. But at least he has started it. Maybe his son will take it to the next level. But I'm just saying, I'm just trying to compare. Right? That's all I'm trying to do here. So when you say Ndigbo are the best at this, what exactly are we best at? Is it agitation or development? Igbo land can become the most industrialized. Igbo land can become, right? But when you go to Igbo land, in some villages, take for instance, Ohafia for Abia State. Then they call it small London. Then they call Ohafia small London. There is a reason they call it small London. Because that place be like, be like village. Nice houses everywhere. People who don't make money, then just put money for houses. Right? Akurulo. Amoye patraya. Yotago is a thing of pride. Every Igbo man wants to go and build that house in his village. It's a thing of pride. Akurulo. But imagine all these beautiful houses, and every year new ones keep emerging. Some of these houses cost millions and millions and millions of dollars. A house that you will not live in. I watched a video of this American guy, an Igbo guy, I think he's from Imo State. He was interviewed. And he said the house cost him $1 million. And in his own words, he said he knows that this is a waste because his children, obviously, are in America. That his children will not come and live here. Very beautiful house. Very beautiful house. Most of the items imported. Most of the furniture imported. The wall, marble, everything imported. He said it cost him at least $1 million to build this house. But again, he went by the saying, Akurulo, amoye patraya, that it will help encourage the young ones to know what is possible. I understand that. But $1 million, put $1 million into a poultry farm and see what's going to happen, my brother. In that same village, start rearing chicken at scale. You say, then go farm, then go run your... No. If you have $1 million, you would have a system that would check all these things. If you have $1 million, a poultry farm where you go build, I'm just throwing poultry farm there, right? But I'm going to use it because now waiting come my head, right? With $1 million, you will have a system that will be checked. That all these things will be checked. Nobody will steal from you. With $1 million. Now that poultry farm will employ people. You will be making money. Your children might now be interested in it. And I'm not saying that this man his children need money or anything, right? But if you do a deep dive, I don't know his name, so anyway, I could be talking about anybody, right? So it's what it is, right? I could be talking about anybody. If you do a deep dive, you might find out that his children now, where they for US, yeah, they will be very educated, right? But then go still they look for work, right? Then the irony, right? The irony. Then go still they find work where they go do. Isn't that something? Isn't that something, right? When you could have established a business that your children will manage and expand and be interested to be there and make your village start growing. Instead, you decided to build a $1 million house, $1 million house in a village. And this is just one case. There are thousands, if not millions, thousands of this same thing happening. You get another one with the trend for social media recently. It's still under construction. Yo, there is no way that house never exceed 1 million naira already, $1 million already, right? And it's still under construction. The design, the architecture, it just be like all these Roman buildings, all these buildings you're going to see for Rome. I'm telling you, man, beautiful, beautiful. But for what though? For what though? Akurulo, amonye patraya. How does that help? How does that help us? It doesn't, in my opinion. It doesn't help us as Igbo people. Because now things like that, you would think that the youth are seeing those things and being excited. That's what you would think. But in their head, they might be feeling left out. And now those kind of things, they push people to go do wrong things. We need to change our mindset, man. We need to change our mindset. We do. Isaac Nice from YouTube says, Dangote is actually Hausa and not Fulani. There's a word difference called Hausa being called. Okay, I apologize if I had misidentified Mr. Dangote. And thank you, Mr. Isaac Nice, for clarifying that. Dangote is Hausa, not Fulani. All right, thank you so much for clarifying that. But the point here is, there is 1,000 of those cases, putting millions of dollars into their, according to them, Akurula homes, right? And in their heads, they are doing what they've been told. Akurula Amaonye Patraya. And for those who are non-Igbo, Akurula Amaonye Patraya literally translates to when you bring your wealth back home, the people will know who made that wealth. That's my best translation of that phrase. I'm sorry, but that's my best translation of that phrase. If I know translator well, I'm sorry. Make could help me for chat, I beg. But that's the literal translation of that phrase. Akurulo amonye patraya. Let's keep liking. We are 2.8K likes, almost 3K. We are almost there at 5K. I see someone requesting. We go bring you up once we get to 5K. These things are a waste. They are a waste. Millions of dollars that could have been inserted inside the economy of those states by building factories. Chicken factory, for instance. Igbo land, the southeast, used to power Nigeria before they found oil, crude oil. Before they found crude oil, the southeast used to power Nigeria. The southeast. And that was one of the reasons why, anyway, I'm not going to go into that. But the Southeast had palm oil, which we still have today, but we are ignoring it. Palm oil, obviously, is a plant. Now you go plant palm, you go grow after 2-3 years, begin to produce palm oil, right? Or begin to produce the nuts and, all that good stuff, right? I'm not going to educate you people on, you guys are very smart. I'm not going to educate you now on how palm oil comes about, right? But the Southeast used to power Nigeria. Palm oil. Michael Okpara used palm oil to revolutionize Southeast, right? Coal. I'm not saying export coal. I'm saying if we have coal, why are we still in darkness? Why is Enugu State not industrialized now? We have limestone in Ebonyi State, even in Enugu State, I believe. You can come up with a million excuses of why these things I'm saying will not work. You can literally sit there and come up with 1,000,002 excuses why it will not work. But tell me who has tried it and it didn't work. Tell me. Tell me. Most of these things, you don't need the federal government to do them. Most of these things, you only need the state government. So are you saying the state government is also marginalizing us? The same, our Igbo people are also marginalizing us, you know? But hey, man, it's what it is. I can only talk if you talk. Cho. If you come here, do my cho. That's all I can do, right? That's all I can do. I hope at some point we go begin to think things differently, especially the young ones, because like I said earlier, we were not old, for the most part. We were not old for the most part. It's hard to make us see it any other way. But for the young ones, they say catch them while they are young. You need to catch them while they are young. For the most part, I think the young ones can make the difference. I think the young ones can begin to ask questions and say, who is stopping this man that used $1 million to build a house that he's not going to live in? Who is stopping this man from using it to build a factory in the Southeast? Who is stopping P2B from bringing his money and putting it in the Southeast? Let us see what he's doing. Who is stopping this other man? Who is stopping this other man? Who is stopping these people? I hope that the young people will begin to ask these questions. But anyway, in the meantime, make I read some chats, and we're almost there at 5K likes. We are 3.6K likes. Let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to join the show. Make I drink some water. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody who's here. I appreciate you guys. Let's see what's going on here. And I think everybody can hear me clearly. So the new setup seems to be good. So all right, I think everybody can hear me. Nobody they complain so far. I cannot hear you. What are you saying? Off your mic, on your mic. So I believe everything is working good. So the new setup is working. I did a good job. Shout out to me, man. Shout out to me. Nobody every time I'm going to shout everybody out. Make I shout myself out, Anyway, listen, man. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Let's see. How I go use this panel. Live chat. Let me remove live chat. Play games in windowed mode. Okay. All right. I don't remove live chat. So now we have, okay. Stay on top of live chats. Focus on key interaction and gain inside viewers with extended. Yeah, I don't know. Let me try it. Okay. I don't think I want it. No. Spread. Sorry about that. Oh shoot! I'm pressing so many buttons, man. I'm sorry, man. No press this one, so I know no one agree. Close. Anyway, I could just manage and like this in the meantime. All right. Fuck this. All right, there we go. I'll try to figure it out later. All right, let's read some chats here. Anthony Omotayo says everyone must be accountable. Absolutely. That's where it starts from. Accountability. That's where it starts from. Now where you go start from? We have to hold ourselves accountable. That's the only way. That is the only way. All right. Let me see. I don't go press waiting. I don't like, and it's now in my way, and I don't like it. All right, let me put this back in the dock and bring it back. Let me see if I can bring it out again. The chat can be here, right? All right, fine. Sorry about that. I had to talk to myself in the middle of a stream, right? Sorry about that. Anyway, make we read some chats here. And we're almost at 5K. We are 4.3K. I go bring the guests with they here in a moment, but let us read some chats. All right. Another thing is traditional deleting. If they see you doing well, they'll delete you. Another Igbo issues. Okay. Chihuahua, thank you for being here. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate you. All right, let's see who else is here. Chihuahua, where there is no unity, nothing can work. They don't trust each other. Always mind if suspecting. Okay. Let's see. Rap for sure says, so what are Dangote, Samada, Denuga, Otedola, and others doing? Absolutely. That's a good question, right? What are the other people doing? What are we doing? What are they doing that we are not doing, Anyway, Modupe Alakeja, build world-class hospital for our people. Absolutely. And that's the reason I said, the best hospitals are not in the Southeast. That's what I meant by that, right? That's what I meant by that. They're not in the Southeast. They're not in the Southeast, Baba T says, but the country as a whole isn't industrial. We can't single out Igbos for that one. But yeah, that's a good argument, my brother. But I'm relating it to we always saying we are the best at everything. If you meet the average Igbo man, the average Igbo man will tell you, say, now we be the smartest people for this world, So that's where I was coming from with that. But I hear you, and that's a good argument, definitely a good argument. However, the context of that was, if you're saying you're the best, what are you best at? That's the context there. But thank you for sharing that. Mary Generation says he has a company in the USA. He said he just wasted $1 million. Absolutely, Mary Generation. Absolutely. He says he has a company in the USA. I don't know this particular. I don't know if you're referring to I believe you're referring to the guy that I was talking about that built a $1 million home in Imo State. He doesn't have a company in the USA. Oh yeah, he does. He does have a dealership. That can be termed a company, right? He does have a dealership. Yeah, he does have a dealership. Yeah, so yeah, he has a business. Let's call it a business. He has a dealership in the USA. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Thank you for sharing that as well. Yeah, it'd be like you sabi the person. I know sabi name, but it'd be like person for chat. Mary J Nation. Sabi the person what they talk about. But yeah, absolutely. He does have a business in the USA. Not a company, it's a business. Not be him own I think he sells I think now either Toyota. It's either Toyota or Honda dealership when you get. So, not be him get Toyota now, so it's a dealership. He owns a business in the US. But yeah, wasted resources. Money, $1 million where you for put into, again, I could just throw poultry farm, right? Because it's easy to catch. A poultry farm is easy to catch. You can hold poultry farm any day, right? So I go hold poultry farm. So money went for build poultry farm. Use them go to do house where go live in. It's a waste, absolutely. Mary Generation say, Baba, correct yourself. Is that brave? All right, thank you. Bunamo. Abriba is Abriba, not to have ya. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mary Generation. Thank you so much. Thank you for correcting me, my brother. Is Abriba or no be your half ya? Na mistake I make. A mistake I make. I don't keep person. Make una no verse for me. Mistake for my mouth. Now only me don't call Dangote Fulani. Only me don't call Abriba or half. I'm sorry. Make una no verse for me. Unebunam. Hey man, he says Obi still your man. Obi is still my man. Yeah, I just have issues with my man. It doesn't mean that he's not my man. Obi is still my man, Because, make I not digress the conversation, but Obi is still my man. Thank you for checking in with that. Had Niger adopted Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba as official language instead of English with a dumb bond pass? Had Niger adopted Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba as official languages with a dumb bond pass? Now, my brother, I hear you, but it go hard though to adopt just those 3 languages. You know how many languages there for Nigeria? Languages, yakba. For some states, different languages there. A state like River State, at least 5 or 9 or 10 self there for River State. So I don't know, it not go easy like that. So it good as I make English be the official one. It good. At least nobody go say, nah, we get English. English is borrowed. So it good like that. But I hear you though. I hear you. Wilfred Ikejiofo. Why you they write your name in full? Anyway, somebody says Alex Onyema. Alex Onyema is the earpiece guy. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot that name. Alex Onyema, the earpiece guy. I hear you on that. And shout out to Alex Onyema. He's doing something big, man. He's doing something big. Earpiece is big, for sure. And for sure. Make I leave him at that. And someone also mentioned Atoeze. Atoeze, absolutely. But, then go say Atoeze, Oranto Oil. That Oranto Oil. I don't know where the headquarters of that Oranto Oil is. I don't know where it is. I don't know where Oranto oil is. If you know where it is in Nigeria, please let me know and let us see how many people they employ. I would like to know, But I know that Oranto oil is a business that he uses to buy oil wells in other African countries. That's my understanding of it. But if it did Nigeria, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Somebody also mentions Elumelu. Absolutely, absolutely. 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 Elumelu. I don't know whether Elumelu agrees in Igbo man or Inobi, because I know he's from Delta State. So some Delta people go tell you, say, even though they speak the language Igbo, they go tell you, say, they no go be Igbo. So I don't know if he identifies as Igbo. So I no go push him out there as an Igbo man, unless I know for sure that he identifies as Igbo, right? So you go force something on person. Like if person tell you say be man, you see somebody that looks like a man and they tell you say be woman, you have to respect that, right? It's what it is. But I don't know what Elumelu identifies as. So yeah, I no go just throw him in there like that. Let's see. The first two are Fulani. Third might be Yoruba. Absolutely, absolutely. They say Dangote no be Fulani, Wilfred. Make you follow me take that correction. No. Dangote is an Hausa man. Anyway, they will say government support him. Is he the government support? All right, I think I'm going to take a short break. Make I go bring more water. Make una no vex for me. I wish I could play some music while I go bring the water. But say this YouTube and Facebook know they like all these copyright strikes. I wish I have some soft music to just be playing in the background. But make una bear with me. And we've hit that 5K like. So once I get back, we're going to I'm going to bring up the guests. I'm going to bring up the guests. Make una bear with me, please. And I also need to turn on this AC. Make una bear with me. I'll be right back. All right. We are back. We are back. We are back. Let us request. Feel free to request. Feel free to request. Feel free to request. And we're going to have a good show today. All right. Aeon, I see you say Elumelu's children's name are Ogechi or Nyechi. There's nothing more Igbo than that. I hear you on that one too, but I've seen someone who goes by Uche. And I said, you're Igbo. The person said, no, I'm not Igbo. So, you have to, in recent times, you have to be respectful, about things like this. People are very intentional about things like that. So you definitely have to be respectful, right? So now no one just throw Elumelu there as an Igbo man. I know he's from Delta State. I know there are some people who identify as Igbo, but I don't know about that one. Anyway, all right, make we bring Mr. Eon. Just please make sure you're Igbo, I beg, so that we'll have a good conversation. And let's keep liking. We hit 6K likes. Let's keep liking and get to 10K likes and get more people here to join the show. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show. I hope say una hear my monologue. And if you have any disagreements with what I said, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, Baba T says speaking English doesn't make you English, and that is a good point, right? That is a good point. And that's what I'm trying to say as well. Speaking Igbo doesn't make you Igbo. Absolutely. All right, Mr. Eon, thank you for joining. Where are you from?
Oh, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Where are you from? Hello?
I'm from Imo.
All right, Imo. All right, thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. And thank you for being patient in the thing there while I was giving the monologue and addressing everything. All right, what be your thoughts? Ndigbo, agitation or development? Which one should we be doing?
I think agitation is a cause, not an effect. Or how will I put it? Or it's an effect, not a cause, because something leads to agitation. Do you understand? If I'm hungry, I'm going to agitate because I'm hungry. But if I'm not going to agitate. So It is the lack of development that has led to agitation. Lack of security, both food security, economic security, and the regular, protection security, the type of security now where you are safe at home. Yeah, those are all the things that have led to agitation in the southeast.
Okay. So let me ask you, right? Let me ask you about the food security, and I agree with you. First off, before I even go into the food security, right? These things that you're mentioning, is it unique to the southeast or Igbo people? These things you've mentioned.
No. It's not. Not all are unique.
Which one would you say is unique? Which one would you say is unique so that we'll focus on those ones?
I think the one I would say is unique is the lack of federal infrastructure.
Okay, lack of federal infrastructure.
Especially after the Civil War. Yes. But all others are not unique, like food insecurity, like personal insecurity, where you have to be your life and property.
Yeah.
That's a national
problem. Make we talk about the one, at least you can point one that is unique to us, or that you think is unique to Ndigbo. So when you say federal infrastructure, what federal infrastructure are we lacking in the southeast? What would you say?
Oh, many. Like, let me give you an example. We don't have a seaport.
Seaport, okay.
Yeah, we don't have a seaport. One, we don't have an international airport.
Okay.
For the people that are, mercantilists, if I may say that, that are involved in business.
Yeah.
We should have a seaport and an international airport.
Okay.
To both imports and exports.
Where do you live? Where do you reside currently? Do you reside in Nigeria?
Currently, no, I'm not in Nigeria. I left Nigeria, I think, 2-3 years ago.
2-3 years ago, and you say we get airports for Southeast. We have a few airports. Yeah, Ebonyi get international airport. Imo State get international airport. Anambra get international airport.
Is Imo State airport international or local?
But I'm not making this up. I don't know I don't know why you're laughing, but I'm not making this up. There's an international airport in Ebonyi State, Enugu, Imo, and Anambra.
Are they international or are they local?
International. Ebonyi State Airport, not international.
Okay, because
that's why I asked you where do you reside, right? Because it doesn't seem like you're.
No, because I was living in Imo State and I knew that the Imo State airport was a local airport. It can go anywhere in Nigeria. I was not aware that it was. In fact, it was actually a cargo airport before it actually became.
So if it's a cargo airport, where do you think the cargo would be coming from?
That makes sense.
Yeah, right, my brother, I don't catch my brother.
No, because honestly, I actually didn't know. I thought it was just a local. Because all states have airports. Almost all states in the south.
Yeah.
I don't know of the north.
Except Abia State. Except Abia State currently, when it gets for Southeast.
I don't know if it's international or if it's just.
But you agreed. You just admitted that the one in Imo State was a cargo. So if it was a cargo airport, where do you think the cargo is coming from? And you've admitted that it's international, right? It's an international airport. Yeah. I'm not making this up. And a simple Google search would help you. Now we don't come out from that airport side. Make we talk about the seaport. Seaport. Yeah. When you say the people where they do business, there are two phases. There are two aspects I'm going to come from with the seaport own, right? The first one is this: the southeast, as we know it, does not have a sea, so there is no realistic way to have a seaport in that region. Do you understand that?
What do you mean southeast does not have a sea? I don't understand.
The southeast as a region.
What is that? The River Niger that beds in Onitsha. What is that? Is that a lake?
It's a river. That's why they call it River Niger. It's not a sea. A sea is a sea. A river is a river. A stream is a stream. So there are differences.
And they cannot turn it to a seaport.
No.
Dubai that is landlocked has a seaport. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Because Dubai is on the coast. Dubai is on the coast. I'm looking to see if I can make
But the seaport was man-made for Dubai.
No.
They actually made it. They did not. It didn't exist.
Okay. I think you're misunderstanding. I think you're confusing two things, right? When you say the seaport in Dubai was man-made, but that's what you said, right?
Yeah, like they had to dredge it from the main sea, the one you talked about, to Dubai.
Hear me out. Dubai is on the coast. Dubai is on the coast. I know now everybody they hear of Strait of Hormuz. That Strait of Hormuz, it's a body of water. It's not even a body of water. So there is land here. There's obviously a large expanse of land here, which comprises of the Gulf states. They're called Gulf states because they're on the Gulf now still water, right? So these countries, Dubai, UAE, Saudi Arabia, all of them, they are along, I don't know the ocean or sea, along some sea, right? And then you have Iran on the other side. Then that land came closer. Then there's a small waterway that goes, and then there's another big body of water on the other side. So all those areas where they around the water, this is not a river something. This is a large expanse of water that connects to the ocean directly. So you can build seaports there along that area. The southeast is not on the coast. Do you understand that?
But the River Niger also connects to a major sea, right?
All right. Let me see if I can bring up a map so that we can dissect this holistically. Make I know, because all this my hand, why they do like this, I know say they throw now off.
I don't even fit go even.
I'm sorry. Make I try.
Say make I use laptop check on.
Let me try to bring something up that all of us can view here. Let me see. Just give me a second. And hold your thoughts, please. Let's see. Let me see if I can add a source here. Okay, browser. Let's add a browser. But anyway, this is gonna take a minute. But anyway, I think you can go back. I think you can go back and take a look at the Dubai that you're talking of on the map. See how Dubai, the UAE, Dubai for UAE, Saudi Arabia, all those countries, they call them a Gulf state for a reason, because they are on the Gulf. Gulf now, water, then they for water pretty much, right? There is ocean around them, just like where Lagos they. Lagos is on the coast. That's why you can build a seaport there. Delta State is on the coast. That's why you can build a seaport there. Akwa Ibom, River State, all those states, they for the edge where water they. The southeast, we have River Niger, but River Niger is a river. It flows. If the river flows, maybe if you understand the concept of river and sea, maybe it would make more sense to you. I don't know. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
But yeah, I would like you to go back and the first one you mentioned was airport. We've obviously agreed on something on that one, and then the seaport. You don't have to take my word for it. You can go back and do your research and understand it. And then the second aspect that I'm going to come from is, now you say Igbo people they do business. Yes, the type of, when you say business, right? Trade and commerce is a type of business, right? Is a type of business. Yeah. So it's also good to be specific on the type of business. So Igbo people are into trading. This is not me trying to put my people down. That is what you're referring to, not necessarily business at large. Dangote is also into business. He's not looking for a seaport, right? Bua is also into business. He's not. His people are not saying, "Oh, we need a seaport," because Bua has a big, has a business, right? That's not how to realistically, have rational conversations. But the point now is, the trade where we they do. Most of these traders, where they import these goods, most of them, when they import them, they sell it in Lagos, most of them. Then some of them bring it down to Onitsha, bring it back down to Aba, and then distribute it across other big markets in Nigeria. Some of them go take and go Kano, Kaduna, all that stuff, right? And then distribute it. Why do you need a seaport around you? Because for one, Ali Igbo cannot realistically have a seaport. You can go back and do your own research on that one. But why do you need a seaport around you to do your business effectively?
Yeah, that's what I used to think the same thing. Initially I thought, most of the goods, land in Lagos and it's basically sold in Lagos. Do you understand? But then I think National Inland Waterways or something like that, I think they released a report saying most of about 60% of the goods imported into Nigeria ends up in the southeast. So that was where I was kind of like confused. I was like,
60%.
Just get National Inland Waterways. Yeah. So I saw that report. I think you can actually Google and see.
I'll take a look.
Wondering. I was not like, So I was not like, okay, if 60% of the imported goods in Nigeria ends up in the southeast, then needing a seaport in the southeast is actually a necessity.
My brother, let's move away from needing a seaport in the southeast. Okay. Realistically, we cannot have a seaport. You can go back and don't take my word for it. Go back and do your research on that, right? Look at the map of Nigeria. Look at where the southeast. Look at Abia, Imo, and look at where we are situated and find where that sea is. To have a seaport, you need a sea. That's why it's called a seaport. So go back, do your own research and see. But I hear you on the 60% of goods that are imported into Nigeria. So now, let me even agree with you and make an argument for that, right? Maybe 60% comes there because people from other countries like Cameroon, Cameroon therefore east, those small Eastern African countries where they for the other side, right? Maybe it comes there because they have to come and buy goods from us instead of going to Lagos. Maybe that's the reason. It doesn't mean that we consume all those goods. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yeah, it does. That's what I said, that I was actually surprised when I also saw the report. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually didn't know about it until they published the report.
But I'm just saying, let me agree with you. I'm just saying, let me agree with you. But it's not that we consume all that stuff. It could be that because other countries come into places like Onitsha and Aba to buy goods, so they have to bring in that bulk of stuff. But again, realistically, we can't have a seaport in the southeast. For one, there's no sea in the southeast. However, there are 2 seaports in Rivers State, and Rivers State is close to the southeast. 2 seaports where they functional, and then one in One, one in what's his name? Our brother Ibeto gets seaport for Nigeria, right? And for Port Harcourt, right?
The One seaport.
Yeah, no be One only. Get another one where Ibeto gets. No be One. One own they different, right? There is a seaport in Akwa Ibom, Calabar, Delta, all that place. So there are abundance of seaports if anybody wants a seaport. But make we move away from the seaport and airport. Do you have any other things? You said we are lacking in federal infrastructure, and those were the 2 things you pointed out. Do you have any other federal infrastructure?
Another thing I wanted to say was like a standard gauge rail line. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And that buttresses my point. So a port doesn't have to be a seaport. You can maybe also have a land port. So if there's a standard rail gauge now coming to the southeast, and it's not just southeast. Do you understand? Like, but let's say all over Nigeria. I don't think Nigeria is linked by rail. I don't think the entire country is linked by rail.
Yeah.
So if there's a rail linkage, a standard rail linkage,
Yeah, and this argument is a very good argument, right? Because right now, the rail line where they build, I believe it goes from southwest to the north. I don't even believe they started coming down south. That's my best understanding of it, right? I don't know that they've started coming down south. The one from Lagos, they started building it. And then the one from whether Abuja or so, they build them too to connect from Lagos to Abuja.
It passes some south states, but it doesn't get to any.
I don't know that they've started building it. That's what I'm saying. The ones in the south states, I don't know that they've started building them. However, the one in Lagos, they have definitely almost completed it. The one coming from Abuja, they have definitely, I think they've completed it as well. And then just the middle now where they need to complete to link them. But this thing is not progress. Not time it will take for everything to reach everybody. Nigeria not to get money like that. We also have to put that into consideration when we make all these demands. But my brother Eon, I really appreciate your time, unless you have a final thought before we go move forward.
Okay, that's it. I had a thought, but I think I've lost my train of thought. But no problem. A nice one, bro.
No problem. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. We have another guest here. Make we bring the second guest here. Let us bring this brother. Majek Melchizedek.
That's a brother here. We call yourself Wizard.
Okay, all right. Majek Melchizedek. What will go address you as? Which one will go address you as?
Just Majek.
Majek. All right, Mr. Majek. Thank you for joining. Ndigbo, agitation or development? Why are we marginalizing? I say marginalized, don't fool my mouth. Why are we agitating instead of looking towards the route of development?
Okay. So I'm not Igbo.
Okay. Thank you. That was the next question.
Oh, this is for Igbo.
It is. It's for Igbo.
Okay.
I appreciate you for joining, though. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, my brother Majek. Again, say I don't talk for too long. I don't forget the rules of the game. The rules of the game is you have to be Igbo, to come up here. All right, make we bring up Meridian Nation. All right, Merije Nation, thank you for joining. We'll go call you Merije if that's okay.
Yeah. Chuku Merije.
Chuku Merije. All right, thank you for joining, Chuku Merije. Obviously, an Igbo name, so I would assume that you are Igbo. Are you Igbo?
Yes, of course.
All right. Thank you so much for joining. What will be your thoughts on the topic? Ndigbo, agitation or development?
Okay, so quick one. So I feel like these agitations have been pulling us back over the years. Right from after the Civil War, which Ojukwu made a lot of mistakes by putting us into that unwanted civil war.
Yeah.
And because of that civil war, we lost our way. It's just like when you're going on the right path.
Yeah.
Because of mistakes, you lost your way. So that civil war really took us back.
Yeah.
In terms of development and all that.
Yeah.
So right now, when we try to, it seems like when we try to get our, barrel or want to move forward, another agitator will spring up in the name of Owazurike,
Yep.
thereby, buying our youth, taking us back in terms of development. And then, like a couple of years ago, Nnamdi Kanu also came in with his own agitation and all that.
Yep.
So you see that these people are taking us back. But if you ask me, I feel like development is more better in the Southeast. In order for us to move forward, in order for our youth to get employment, because each year we keep having graduates coming up, they need employment, and then we need a lot of development in the Southeast. So that's
absolutely. And I agree with you, and thank you for agreeing with me as well. We need development in the Southeast. And Alex Oti, shout out to Alex Oti, right? He's showing us. Alex Oti is showing us that it's possible to have that development. Alex Oti is showing us that. I hope other Igbo Southeast leaders will take a cue from him and learn one or two things from him and start developing instead of all this agitation. We need to move forward. Again, like I said in my monologue, I don't know if you were here, we pride ourselves as the best at everything. But where are we in terms of development in the country? Thank you, Mr. Chuku Merije, for joining. I appreciate you. Unless you have a final thought, and then we'll move forward.
Yeah, my final thought is I want to tell Ndigbo to stop building hotels in the Southeast. We have enough hotel right now. If you guys can bring in companies, we need employment.
Yeah.
We need our people to come in and build factories. There are a lot of things, Indomie, Gary processing factories. We need our youth to get employment.
Absolutely.
We should stop building all these hotels in Enugu. Everywhere, each street you go in Enugu, there is hotel. Everywhere in the south is hotel. We're not going to eat hotels. So you guys should bring in companies. The people, for we that are in diaspora, we are also doing our best to bring development. I would say most of the 60% of development you see in the Southeast comes from the people in diaspora.
Yeah.
We've been doing our best, sending money home, doing all that we can, when it comes to real estate, is people in diaspora that Enugu is developed today is people in the diaspora bringing in money, sending in millions of dollars and all that. So I urge our people to stop building hotels. We've had enough hotels.
Absolutely.
We should start building companies anywhere in Aba. There's electricity right now, so you guys can come in, invest in the east, anywhere in Imo, Abia, Enugu,
absolutely,
so that our people can get an employment and Southeast will be more developed.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, my brother Chuku Merije, for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, make we move forward to Mr. Sammy. Make we bring Mr. Sammy up here and have this conversation as well. Hello.
Oh, good evening, Kachi.
Yes. Oh, Sammy Onumajuru. Okay, Mr. Sammy Onumajuru. Thank you for joining, my brother. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, so I just, honestly, I just come back from work. So
okay.
I was just, don't even know exactly what's going on, but I'm just trying to share, send some love, heart, and
thank you, man.
Let me stay in the background and listen more. Probably I will come up again.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
You're always on point, and I got you, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, Mr. Sammy. I appreciate you.
Thank you, my brother.
All right. Thank you so much. Make a blow horn for him. Thank you, Mr. Sammy. All right. Make we bring up I don't know, this one I say name na Pekus. Pekus Panorama.
Panorama.
Pekus. Make we call you Pekus because the other name no green enter my mouth. The other name no green enter my mouth. Make we stop for Pekus. Leave the other one.
It's well, my brother.
All right. Thank you for joining, my brother. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much, Agitation. You know, I've been following your program for some time now.
Thank you.
It has been very enlightening.
Thank you.
I must honestly tell you that. You know, a quick one, coming to the question you asked, whether in agitation or development. You know, first of all, I agree with you that what we need right now in the South is development.
Yep.
You know, there was one of your program I was listening to. You asked a question that nobody that was opposed to you has answered or given a concrete answer to that question. And your question was, comparing Ojukwu and M.I. Okpara, who do you think has brought a lot of development to the Southeast? What development, what industrial revolution can we attribute to the name Ojukwu aside the Biafran War?
Yep.
Nobody gave any concrete answer, any answer with evidence.
Now only cost, then go to cost me.
Exactly. That's the only thing they know how to do.
Yep.
To curse you, to insult you. That is the only thing. Looking at that question, I went back and made my research, and I understood what M.I. Okpara did to the eastern region when he was the premier.
Yep.
The agricultural revolution, bringing in industries like the breweries and every other thing. Right now, as I'm talking to you, the Southeast has no roadmap.
Yep.
We have no blueprint, and this is where we want the Southeast region to be in the next 5 years.
Yep.
This is what we get. Nothing, no compass at all.
Yep.
If you go to the southwest, look at what is happening from Lagos to Ogun State. The way that Dangote and everybody is moving to Ogun State, they see what in Ogun State, you will see that these people, their compass is very active.
Yeah.
We don't have that in the Southeast. We can't proudly tell you now that Southeast we stand for free education. No. We can't proudly tell you that we stand for this. No. Nothing.
But every time we're going to say we are the best. Ndigbo buenyi.
Best at what?
Best at what? Best at what? That is the $1 million question. Best at what exactly?
You know, the ones we see as a business, you see, that's why when you made mention of the name Consumer Madoka, I so much respect that guy so much. You know, the recent successful businessmen we have in the Southeast right now, even them too don't have any compass. The only thing they do is go for burial, spray money, tell us money in water, blah, 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 blah. Nothing meaningful to contribute to the Southeast. Nothing meaningful.
Yep. The same cycle is repeating itself. Because if you look back, it's the same thing. All those songs where we love, obviously, I love those music, right? By Oliver the Coco them, Osa David them, all of them. The same thing, praises and praises. Oh, Nebe, Olisa, Nebe, Chuku, Olisa this, Olisa that. The same thing, because those men just, they spray money. Where are the industries?
That is the thing. That is the thing. We see, Kachi, watching your program and some other people, I used to be very emotional once the name Southeast or Biafra, I hear it. I'd be like, no. Your program
it can be discussed. It can be discussed without making you feel that way.
And when you bring those your emotional topics on the table for discussion, you will find that those emotions doesn't hold water.
No water.
I tell you, those things you see, the South is high time we come out of this emotional shackles.
Yep.
It's not helping us at all.
At all. At all.
You see, and people are already understanding the fact that we, the Southeasterners, we move more by emotions than logic.
Yeah.
Anybody who wants to vie for any political position, the only thing he or she has to do is to support our agitation or just say, hey, Igbos are marginalized. Then tomorrow everybody is singing his praises.
Yep.
Somebody asked again, tell me what Enyinnaya Abaribe has done
Exactly.
for the people of Abia State and his constituency, if not shouting for Biafra up and down.
Exactly.
Nothing. The only thing he did was just identify himself with Biafra, going up and down within Nnamdi Kanu.
Yep.
That was all. And we are singing his praises.
Yep.
Tell me one thing he has done for his constituency. You cannot count.
And another irony is Mr. Eon that came up earlier. He mentioned seaport and airport, right? Let's talk about the airport. We've had at least three aviation ministers from the southeast. Why, if this airport is so important, they didn't build anything concerning airports in the southeast. The latest one was I know Stella Odua. Then there's this guy. What's this guy's name? From Anambra. I think from Obosi, yeah. From Anambra State, yeah.
Yeah.
Why are they forgetting him now? But anyway, we've had at least three.
Osita
Chidoka, thank you, Osita Chidoka. These people did not build these airports, but then go still come out, go they shout that same marginalization. Right? They go still come out, they shout, we don't have airports.
It's actually marginalizing us. That is, I don't reason this thing.
Yeah.
I don't wake up from my slumber. I don't sleep again.
No sleep, my brother.
No
sleep.
Marginalization, hey, these people don't want us.
No sleep.
Look at what you're saying now. Alex Oti, shout out to him.
Shout out to Alex Oti, man. Shout out to Alex Oti, man. Shout out to Alex Oti.
He's showing us it's possible.
It's possible.
Understand? You know, if every Southeast governor could do at least to some extent what Alex Oti is doing, this thing we are shouting, is a mirage, brother. It's a mirage.
It is.
It's just a political gimmick that the political class places before us to get us to react in some certain ways.
Yep.
My brother,
Yep.
I have woken up.
Yep.
I have woken up. And please, in fact, if I have my way, you see, that name, that thing, agitation,
yep.
It should be erased from not only our history, from our memories.
Yep.
I'm telling you. It's well, my brother. That's
Absolutely.
all I have to say. Thank you very, very much, Kachi.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for joining, and thank you for always being here. I appreciate you. Make we drop you at this point. Thank you so much. I see some people saying my mic is low. Is it any better? I brought it closer to my mouth. Is it any better? But you may want to tell me for the chat if my mic is still low. Can you guys please tell me if it's still low? Make I know what I go need to do. Loud and clear. All right, thank you. Thank you, AMG. Very okay. Yes, a bit better. A bit better. All right. A bit better. I don't know why. I don't know. Let me see if I can increase the gain here. Where that gain there? Shana, this button I go press. There we go. Make I increase the gain to 70. I hope it doesn't blow you guys' ears off. Make I increase it to 67. Make I no go. No, now it's becoming too sensitive. Sorry about that. Make I bring them down to 65. All right, I think 65 should be good. All right. Sammy says it's okay. All right. Make I no go increase and too much now. Can't they blow some people's ears here? But I apologize for that, man. This is a new setup, by the way. So I don't know. Maybe obviously I'm testing things out. So as we go they tweak things here and there, make sure everything is working fine. But I appreciate you guys for being here, man. Make we keep the like and share and get more people here to join the show. Yeah, Mr. Pekus, absolutely. You know, these questions need to be asked, you know, respectfully, you know, because I'm Igbo man, you know, obviously too. So I'm not going to put myself down, because if I put Igbo people down, I'm putting myself down. I'm in that bucket. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you know, we be the worst. I can ask the questions respectfully. Like when I was saying things like, you know, Ndigbo, this is a popular saying. But what are we best at? some people obviously there's nothing you would say that somebody will not be mad at you for, right? But you can ask it respectfully and objectively without trying to rile anybody up and cause any stir-ups and stuff like that, right? You can ask these questions respectfully, and that's what I try to do. I'm not there to fight with anybody. I be Igbo man. I'm very proud to be an Igbo man. My next word, I go still like to be black Igbo man. Black Igbo man. So it's just what it is. So I'm not gonna sit here and try to put my people down and say, oh, my people are the worst. No, I would never say that. I would never say that. If I say that, then I'm also the worst, right? I'm also the worst, right? Anyway, thank you, Mr. Pekus, for bringing that up. We're going to keep asking these difficult questions. You brought up a conversation, a monologue I had, comparing Ojukwu and what's his name now? Michael Okpara. Not just Michael Okpara. I get a whole Akanu Ibiam. There's a whole ton of. There's a lot of them. A lot of Igbo leaders will bring development, but Michael Okpara stands out a lot by a lot because of the industrialization in bring come Igbo land. For Port Harcourt alone, Port Harcourt, Southeast, let's call it Southeast at the time. Port Harcourt alone, right? The Transamadi industrial layout, now that man developer. You go Calabar, Shena Tinapa, Obudu Cattle Ranch, na him developer. You come southeast, what's in the column? Even what's this guy's name? He was a former governor. I don't forget his name now. But Mr. Chris, I think it was Dede Chris was telling us about him and his exploits the other day. A lot of leaders, Igbo leaders, will finish work. But we ignore all these people. Go they shout Ojukwu. What did Ojukwu do for us? What did Ojukwu do for us? This is an objective question. I'm not trying to pull him down. I'm asking an objective question. What has Ojukwu done for us? Apart from taking us into war, we cause us to die. We go they blame Kwashoko. No, Ojukwu carry us go that war. We cause us to die. We leave Ojukwu, they blame Kwashoko. They blame every other person except the person we cause that affliction on us. Compare Ojukwu, Sam Mbakwe, thank you, by Bio 8. Sam Mbakwe, absolutely. Sam Mbakwe, former governor of, I think, Imo State, yeah. Sam Mbakwe, Compare Ojukwu now to Dangote. Because now the same thing. This was not even grandfather. His father was the richest man. I wouldn't say, I don't know if he was the richest man in Nigeria, but because that would be a stretch, right? But in Papa whole money, where? What did he use in Papa money do? How did he use that, his father's money, to help Igbo people? How did he use that, his father's wealth, to help Igbo people, right? Compare him to Dangote. Dangote no be even in Papa money, na in Grandpapa money, na I mean take the finish work. Dangote carry Grandpapa, no be Papa, he carry Grandpapa money, they finish work. Compare that to Ojukwu. What did he use in Papa money do for us as Igbo people? But for some reason, he should be the one that is the poster child of Igbo people. No, we need to change the narrative. We need to change the narrative. It's what it is. Anyway, I thank you guys for being here. Let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to join the conversation. I know say talk full my mouth, but I like to have conversations with people, right? I like to have conversations with people. I thank you guys for being here, man. Let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to join the show. Let's keep liking and sharing and get more people here to join the show. Let's see. I don't see any requests at this time. But yeah, we could just talk and small they go. Agitation or development? Agitation or development? Why should we choose agitation over development? Why? I would like somebody to tell me why we should go with agitation instead of development. Development should be the thing that we need. Development should be our priority. Why are we agitating? We've been agitating for over 60 years. Nothing come out. Nothing come out. Literally nothing come out. Agitation has only brought us chaos. Chaos. Stereotyping. Everybody now don't they see us as, you get as everybody now they see us. You get as everybody they see us, whether we like it or not. Agitating for 60 years. It's almost a century. This is half a century, over half a century. Do you understand what I'm saying? We've been agitating for over half a century. Over half a century. In 40 years now. In 40 years. My white baby I go down show. Well, right? It will be 100 years. We need to make that turnaround. We need to make that hard break. Match that break with force and make a U-turn right now. We need to do it right now. Otherwise, 100 years, we're going to still be agitating. And guess what the result will be? It will be the same. Because there's a popular saying that says, you cannot keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expect the same result. You can't. You can't. Chims Obasi, you say, I've requested, I don't know why it's not going through. I don't know too, my brother, I don't know. And I know they block people like that, so I don't believe that I blocked you. Yeah, I don't believe that I blocked you. So maybe try to request it, maybe leave and come back and then request again, and maybe he would let you come in. But hey man, like I said, it's almost 100 years and we're agitating. Man, I don't see the smartness in that though, my brother. I no go lie for you. My brother, my sister, I no go lie for one. I don't see the smartness for that one. But we have a guest here. Let's bring our new guest up here and have this conversation with him. Let's keep liking and sharing in the meantime and get more people here to join the show. All right, Samsara DLC, thank you for joining. What's your name, by the way?
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
Good morning, sorry.
Good morning. Anyone?
My name is Samson.
Samson. All right, Mr. Samson. Where are you from?
Okay, I'm from Abia State.
Abia State. All right. Your governor. Our governor. No be your governor. Our governor is doing well. Shout out to Alex Oti, man. Shout out to Alex Oti. All right. All right. Thank you, Mr. Samson. Ndigbo,
Okay.
agitation or development?
For me, I don't know, for my own opinion, I think it should be agitation.
Okay.
This is my personal opinion because...
That's okay.
you know,
Let's talk about it. Why do you think we should agitate or we should keep agitating?
Okay, the reason I think we should keep agitating is because I love this, this country, Nigeria. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
You get? I love this country, but I just feel like there wouldn't be any way for us to develop, most especially after the Civil War. I don't think that there would be any way they will let us develop the way we want to develop. These people, they are staring at us. They wouldn't give us that chance. For example, now let me say, okay, we need a seaport. Igbo, we are good in business. You see, we are good in doing this important things and all that.
Yeah.
So, and I know for a certain that no president would come from Igbo land, first of all, and secondly, they will never approve a seaport in the southeast. So
Okay.
how do we develop when they wouldn't let us develop?
All right. Let's talk about a few things you've said here, right? You said they won't let us develop. And then you mentioned
Yes.
seaport. But before we get into the seaport, I don't know how long you've been here, but Mr. Eon was here earlier and we talked about the seaport. But I'm happy. I'm happy to have that conversation again. However, you said they won't let us develop. Who are they?
Yeah.
Or who is they? Who are they or
Okay.
who is they?
Okay, I believe it is not confirmed, but I believe something, which is after the Civil War, I believe that the people, the leaders of this country, had a consensus of they wouldn't let power come to the East ever again, because if you check the timeline, you will see that right from the Civil War till date, an Igbo man hasn't been in a position of great power where we can bring good changes to our people. So
Okay. But
I think
yeah,
those people. Okay.
that would be more of a what do they call this thing now? I don't know. My head no one work. But that would be more of a conspiracy theory when you say, and I like how you say how you talk You say you believe that there is some sort of a consensus.
Yeah, it's
that,
just my belief. No,
and
it's
there's
not
nothing.
a conspiracy.
It sounds like a conspiracy. However, let's talk about it.
Okay.
Aguiyi-Ironsi.
All right.
Aguiyi-Ironsi.
Okay. Yeah.
Right after you said after the Civil War, so I guess that doesn't
Yeah,
count,
I said
right?
after the Civil War, Agitation was assassinated before the Civil War.
All right, so I guess that doesn't count. Okay, so after the Civil War, all right.
Yeah.
So after the Civil War, we've had different head of states, and then we got into democracy. Then Obasanjo became president, and correct me anywhere I'm wrong here.
Okay.
Obasanjo became president. By the way, after the Civil War, that made us lose a lot of critical positions. Most of the Igbo top Igbo military personnel. They left the Nigerian military and came to fight Biafra. So now, that your argument of there's a conspiracy. After the Civil War, there could not have been any top Igbo leader who would have vied to become a head of state at that time. I don't know that you agree with this argument.
A lot of people came through. A lot of people have come to,
But hear my argument. Hear my argument. Hear my argument. You will, but before you say that, just hear my argument. You said after the Civil War, and we'll get into it. You said after the Civil War, there has been no Igbo man put in a huge or major position of power in Nigeria. But this is my argument to that, right? This is my pushback to that. Most of the Igbo military personnel, they left the Nigerian military to go and fight Biafra war.
No, we're not talking about the military personnel. Okay, we're not talking about the military.
But it was the head of states.
Democracy.
The head of,
how about the democracy?
Okay, so you don't concede for that side, right? The military side. Head of states were military guys. They weren't civilians.
Let me say something. In regards to the military aspect of it.
Yeah.
Definitely, there was no how. I know you would say it is a conspiracy, but if I was to be in the position of, let me say, of a leader in Nigeria who wants the country to be united, there was no how I was going to, accept any Igbo man into the military to give them the same power I gave them that enable them to.
That's a good argument, and I would agree with you. Okay. However, the point I'm trying to make here is all the head of states that emerged after the Civil War, they were military personnel. They weren't civilians. So if all the Igbo or most of the Igbo top Igbo military people joined Biafra and fought Biafra, where are you going to see an Igbo man vying for that head of state position? Does that make sense to you?
But I think that people would come, but then they would be suppressed. They wouldn't be given the chance to.
Not necessarily. If you can point, if you can name one or two,
they will ever be given a chance to be seen.
If you can name one or two, then we can go from there. However, my best guess is
I don't know. I don't have the knowledge.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm just trying to.
Let us move. Let us now move to democracy.
Say things from my own perspective.
And that's okay. Let us move to the democracy. And by the way, this your profile stuff. They're a little bit creepy. Make I come out to you from this big screen. It seems like you're just looking at me with the side eye. No, it's okay. But make I come out to you from the big screen. I tell you when I say I did sensitive, with that inside they play. Make I bring this my brother down. Make I know they see that eye. Yeah, the eye they look me. I don't like him. Anyway, listen, man. Okay, we are now in democracy, right? Now we've had Obasanjo. We've had Yaradua. We've had Goodluck Jonathan. We've had Buhari. We've had Tinubu now, and then. We are going into the next election cycle. So you're saying that somehow, within this period, an Igbo man could have become president, but somehow there was some consensus that made the Igbo man not to be president. Is that what, what you're saying? I think
so.
Is that what you're saying? Is that your argument?
Yes. That's
Can you expand on that? Can you expand on that? Can you expand on that?
Okay. Now, there wouldn't be, somehow that you would tell me that after the war that no Igbo man has been capable, to come for this presidential seat ever since then,
Let me help you.
Now, and
let me help you.
Power has been returning from the north to the from the Yoruba to the houses, just like that.
Let me help you.
And going back.
Let me help you. Let me help you, Mr. What's your name again? Samson.
Okay.
Samson.
Yes.
All right. Let me help you, Mr. Samson. Right. When Obasanjo contested to be president, Ojukwu also contested to be president. Ojukwu lost in the southeast.
Yeah, he lost. I know. I know.
Hear me out. But you're still making these kind of arguments.
Of course, he wasn't. He contesting. He was never going to win. That's why I said that after the war, I think they came to.
But you see how I'm countering. I'm countering your arguments. I'm countering what you believe, what you perceive. I'm countering what you perceive with facts. And somehow you don't want to still see it and understand it. You are making an argument.
If you tell me something I see, I will definitely take it. Why would I argue when I want to learn?
All right.
I came up here to learn. If
Absolutely.
you tell me something that I think is good, I will definitely accept it.
Absolutely.
This is knowledge.
Absolutely.
I don't know anything at all.
No, you know, but you don't know everything. Just like me, I don't know everything.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I don't know everything.
You
so
know.
If you tell me something I feel is good, I will definitely take it from
Absolutely.
you.
So let me go back to that line of thought, right? Ojukwu contested with Obasanjo. Ojukwu lost. And let me now segue back to Ojukwu. Ojukwu is the same person that took us to war. Now, you want to become president of the same country that you say you want to break out from. You see the irony? And currently, his wife is the foreign minister. His wife is the foreign minister right now. Making no vex for me. My head is not working how it should be. I'm not very sharp today. I've been very busy all day, right? But anyway, his wife is the foreign minister right now. This is somebody that took us to war, made up millions of Igbo people to die. We go, they blame Kwashoko. Now he wants to start enjoying Nigeria again. You see the irony, right? But let's move to that. Move away from that. After Obasanjo became president, me and you can agree, even though I'm opposed to it. I've said this in so many monologues. I'm opposed to this North and South agreement. We are North Guru, South Guru. I'm opposed to that. However, that is what it seems like we have in Nigeria. It's some sort of an unwritten rule. Obasanjo is from the South. He has ruled for 8 years, or he has governed for 8 years. The next time, according to Nigerian unwritten rule, it will come from the North. Which is there an Igbo man in the North that will rule? Do you see now?
Definitely not.
Okay,
Definitely not.
so
But,
it went to Yaradua. Rest his soul. He passed away. His vice president became president. That power came back to the South. He wasn't an Igbo man. If an Igbo man was vice president, an Igbo man would have become president. But that man was from Bayelsa, and they even framed him to be an Igbo man by giving him a bele. Do you remember?
I remember.
Okay. So now after he did his own one term, and then he lost the next election.
He was smuggled. He was smuggled there, and if he came out, to contest, even if he had the capability to contest on his own, he was never going to win.
Absolutely.
He was just smuggled there. That's why I came to the belief of, like, I know they have this consensus.
But Bayelsa man is not an Igbo man. So let's move away from that. Let's move away from that.
Bayelsa man is not an Igbo man.
All right, now let me continue. Let me continue in that line of thought. He lost.
I would love us to go development. I love development, but I know for a certain that we are not going to develop. I mean, when we have somebody eyeing us,
all right.
Watching
before, and the person they eye us like this, your eye, right? The person they eye us like this, your eye. Now they eye us too, right? But anyway, just give me a few a moment here, right? I want to go in this line of thought to counter your argument of there is a consensus on the Igbo people. I'm trying to make it rational for you, so hopefully you can see it differently, right? You've agreed with me, say we get this sort of gentleman agreement of North and South. So now, South don't do Ebi Obasanjo. The next logical thing, now North do, but the person by rest is so Yaradua. The next thing his vice became. And after that one, we saw how it went. Buhari took over because they wanted the South to complete their term. They wanted the North to complete their term. The North don't complete. This thing again, naturally, it comes back to the South. So it came back to the South. Which Igbo man compete against Tinubu where you feel say they no agree to win, right?
If you all know, we don't have to talk about that. You know for certain that if it is a working country, that during the time of the election between Obi, Atiku, and Tinubu, what happened. You know everything that. At least I voted. Okay. I went to some states and I saw some things for myself. Okay. During that time I was
and I agree with you. The election was not perfect. I agree with you. But it's also good to look at it from both sides. I agree with you. It wasn't perfect. So a lot of people, I agree with you. It wasn't perfect. But hear me out. Keep an objective and open mind on this thing what I want to say now, right? A lot of people will say, if no be rigging, Obi for be president. Now, this rigging we are referring to, is it only where Obi lost that there was rigging?
No.
Okay. So
Even
there was rigging on all sides, right?
All sides, yes.
So why are we so fixated on the one where maybe they come out rig our guy? Why are we so fixated on that one? I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying.
The thing is just that, let me say that this generation of this current generation that we are comfortable and we feel like maybe the things that we see that happens to us every day, we feel like it's the norms. You get so.
Yeah, I hear you, and we shouldn't be comfortable. But I'm just saying. But I'm just saying, my brother. The point I'm just making here is.
But that's the truth. I think if it is a good country where the law and as let me say the rules, the laws that governs the country work pretty good. I think the things that happened then, well, it was at least to be in court. You know, we would be in court to I don't know how.
But it went to court though. They went to court, and there was a court ruling. I cannot see here. I cannot see here. My brother, hear me out.
It was swift and fast.
Regardless of whether it was swift and fast, it's what it is. It's what it is. That same court where you go say it was swift and fast. It was also swift and fast for Obi when he used the court to become governor. So we cannot hail the court when he favors us and then not hail.
It wasn't swift and fast for Obi when he became the governor.
I just want to. I didn't mean it literally. I meant it metaphorically. I don't sabi metaphor. I'm joking. Okay. The other day my head too no agree work. But anyway, I didn't mean it literally, right? So it worked for Obi in the past. If it didn't work for him now, we cannot sit here in good conscience and be like, oh, the court, this, that. It cannot. You cannot only be happy or excited about something when it favors you. When it don't favor you, be objective. Take your loss like a man on your chin. Take it and keep it moving.
Okay, let me say one thing. You know, the thing. The thing is, if the election went well for me, because the government doesn't feed me personally, so I don't really care about who's ruling and who's not ruling. But if the election came out like it was straightforward, and let me say the people came out all to vote for Tinubu, and it was him that actually won, like straightforwardly. I wouldn't blame anybody.
But he did win, regardless of how you want to see it. Regardless of how you want to see it, he did win. Again, you agreed with me. Say this rigging or malpractice. Make I use malpractice. This malpractice where where all of us one claim say happen. It happened on all sides. So if it happened on all sides, why are we fixated on the sides where we know win? Are we angry just because they outrig us? Is that our anger? You see what I'm saying, right?
No, we are not angry because they outrigged us. We are angry because the structure which they set for democracy was violated. You know, a lot of things was violated during that time. Especially we seeing the ballot box being stolen, people being beaten into submission, and all of that. So that's why we are angry.
I hear you, my brother. I hear you. That is now the outrigging now. That is the outrigging. Then do their own. They take their own to another level. But I'm saying it was on all sides. If you go Anambra, if you go Abia, you go anywhere for Nigeria, you go see malpractice. They happen. This is a fact. I'm not making this up. So I'm saying maybe the other people can't overdo their own. Is it why we are angry? Do you see what I'm saying, right? Do you see what I'm saying? But anyway, my brother, make we move forward. You also mentioned development. I believe I've given you a few good arguments on the agitation side, because in my opinion, I don't see any reason why we should be agitating. It's over 60 years now. We've been in agitation.
Can I say something? Do you know the etymology of the war, like the origin of the war before the Civil War? Do you know what happened before?
But I don't want to talk about that because it's going to take us into a rabbit hole, which I don't want to. I don't want to enter that rabbit hole with you because that's not the conversation for today.
Let's say something. I think the agitation should also go, but we should also develop ourselves in the little way we can, because while we develop ourselves, we will also agitate responsibly, not by destroying things, not by.
Let me ask you a specific question. Let me ask you a specific question. Who should we be agitating towards? Is it the federal government or our local representatives?
I think we should be agitating to the representatives so they can speak for us in a place where we can't speak for ourselves.
Okay, so I mean, I believe me and you agree on a lot of things. There's nothing me and you know they disagree on anything, right? We agree on a lot of things because at the end of the day, Tinubu is doing what he needs to do as president, as far as sending.
Of course, as long as he's the president of Nigeria, he has to do what he has
absolutely, and he is. He's not giving Southwest their money and holding back Southeast money. He's not doing that. And I'll tell you a fun fact, right? The only governor that they have restricted his money was Tinubu, and that was by his own brother, Obasanjo. Obasanjo, his own brother. None of Yoruba people or Southwest people said marginalization. They understood the game is the game. It's what it is. They kept it moving. But last me and you know now, Tinubu is paying everybody. 1st of January, everybody don't collect money. 1st of February, everybody don't collect money. 1st of this, everybody don't collect money. Nobody is being owed. Everybody is being paid. So why are these our governors, our local representatives, not using those monies to do what they're supposed to do? Shout out to Alex Oti. He's showing us what development can be. We shouldn't be looking at Tinubu. We shouldn't just, let me not eliminate him or take accountability away from him, but we shouldn't just be looking at Tinubu. We should also hold our local representatives accountable. Take another instance. Abaribe, you're from Abia State. I'm from Abia State.
I have one thing to say.
Hold that thought, but make I just finish on this line. Abaribe, you're from Abia State. I'm from Abia State. Tell me which law where Abaribe don't pass, where don't impact your life as Onya Aba. You live in Aba, his constituent also captured that your area. Tell me one law where you know where Abaribe don't do, where don't impact your life positively as an Aba man. Tell me.
I can say one thing.
Tell me. Tell me. Let's hear it.
We of this generation, I can say one thing, which is we have grown accustomed to the fact that the government doesn't care about us. So everything we do every day is just about catering for our own selves. Like me, if apart from the fact that I know that Abaribe is in the Senate, I don't know if he has passed any law to provide anything for
But
me,
you're worried about Tinubu and the conspiracy theory of they don't want to make Igbo man rule.
Hear me out. It's just like we have this one mentality in Igbo land, which is I find it pitiful at most times. You see, when you have a different opinion from somebody, you have a different opinion with somebody. I think the right thing to do is like talk to that person to the ground and know if truly, because at the surface of it you might be opposite the person, but if you try to have a good conversation with the person, at the end you might just find out that you just believe in one thing, but somehow you just find yourself drifting apart. At the first time I came here, I said something. I said, what are we developing into? Because you asked the question, I was just going and I heard the question. You said if we should agitate or we should develop. And I asked, what are we developing into?
Can I answer your question? Can I answer your question?
I came up, okay.
What are we developing into? I don't believe that I asked the question, but let me answer your question. What are we developing into? Look at what Alex Oti is doing in your state, in your city. You are seeing it. You are feeling it. That is what development looks like.
This development, we call it development, but as a matter of fact, this is a basic necessity.
It is, but if you didn't have it before, how is that still basic? If you didn't have good roads before,
it's a basic necessity for the government.
I hear you, my brother.
Okay.
My brother. They say you go count from 1 before you count 2. If you don't get 1, how you go count 2? You didn't have it before. So if someone comes along and starts giving it to you, how do you now sit back in good conscience with a straight face and say this is just basic? How do you do that, man?
No, of course we have to. I appreciate Alex Oti.
You should, and shout out to Alex Oti, man.
But then I say something. When we talk about, on a big scale, when we talk about development, like you said, like what we are talking about is the whole Igbo land. We talk about developing the whole Igbo land. You get now developing just one state. I know it's one big step forward for us, but then that's not just a development for the big Igbo as a whole, because there are some places, some states that have already been developed more than Abia State for years.
Which states? Which states?
So,
which state?
You can't tell me that Ebonyi State is not doing well. Can you tell me that? Can you tell me Ebonyi State?
I've never been to Ebonyi, so I really can't even speak on
Okay,
that.
you should ask about. I think I don't know for other people.
You're saying consecutive governments in Ebonyi State have done very well. Is that your argument? Is that what you're saying?
I think the last government did well.
Okay.
The last government.
Okay.
Did well.
I can't speak on Ebonyi State. Nami, I be Abia person, so I kind of stick to my lane, right?
So I think when we talk about development, we're talking about big things. It's just like when I came up, I mentioned something.
Yeah.
I mentioned something which was that seaport, that we don't have a seaport, which is very crucial.
And I forgot about that. I forgot about that.
During the war, due to that seaport not being there, we starved a lot. A lot of people starved.
Okay.
Children and all.
Let us talk about that. Even though, hear me out. I hear you on the seaport. Okay. I hear you on the starvation. However, Ojuku now calls that starvation on us. Let us not blame it on anybody.
Let's keep Ojuku matter aside.
All right.
I'm talking about
fair enough.
We didn't have a seaport.
Fair enough, my brother. Let us, my brother, just hear me out. Concede the mic, man. Concede the mic, please. Concede the mic, please. Fair enough. Let us keep Ojuku matter aside. I hear you. Now, you said if we didn't have seaports, tell me where we will build that seaport in Igbo land today.
Okay, if you don't know where you be, I think a matter of Alex Oti of this recent should tell you something. Did you see the last place he went? Was it not Ndoki, or what do they call it? Did you see the place he was talking about building a seaport?
I read the news, but I think again it's not things again. I think he's just throwing a bone.
It's not about thinking.
My brother, you need to pause. 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 You need to pause.
Okay.
You need to know how to have conversations. When you talk, I allow you talk. When I interject, you need to stop so that we'll have good conversations. Stop.
Okay.
All right. You said Ndoki. Ndoki, I don't know where that. I know Ndoki did for Abia State and some part did for River State. However, Abia State is by no stretch of the imagination close to any sea. There might be a river there. There might be a river there. But a river is a river. A sea is a sea. When you say seaport, it means a specific thing. Sea and port. So when you say you're going to build a seaport in the southeast, that's why I asked you, where would they build that seaport in the southeast today? And you're saying Ndoki. Ndoki is by no stretch of the imagination close to any sea. The southeast is landlocked. We are not on the coast. Do you understand that? So that is the basic.
Generally, you are trying to say that there is no place. You are trying to tell me straightforwardly that there is no place in the east that a seaport can be.
I'm telling you categorically, not generally. I'm telling you categorically, emphatically, that there is no place in the southeast. And this is not me saying it because I just want to say it. You have to go and take a look at the map of Nigeria. Look at the southeast as we know it today in 2026. We are not on the coast. Do you know what being on the coast means? Mr. Sampson, do you know what being on the coast? Do you know what it means? All right, he dropped. I guess the kitchen got a little bit too hot. I'm not here to get you emotional. I'm here to have conversations with you. And it's not about your emotions. Make we just talk things where they're very factual, right? The southeast is not on the coast. We know they for coast. We know get coastline. All right, let me rephrase on that. We might have coastline, but the coastline no be sea coastline. So if you have a river, those areas around the river are coastline. So I'm going to take that back. So we're not on the coast of any sea. So let me speak the English correctly, right? We might have coastlines, we do have coastlines. However, those would be rivers, and those rivers are small. Like Onisha is on the coast of that river Niger, right? That's a coast. However, when you talk about coast on a sea, we do not, because we are landlocked. I hope you take a moment, Mr. Sampson. Remove your emotion, remove your pride, remove your ego. Google Nigeria map and look at where we are on the map and use your brain and think and say, where can we build this seaport in the southeast? That's your homework, Mr. Sampson. I appreciate you for joining. Mekuna, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I see Pekus Panorama. I see Mr. Sami. I see Da King Sam. I see Abiodun. Abiodun, I wouldn't be able to have the conversation with you because I want to keep it to only Igbo people today. And then I see Bonu Black African. We're going to ask you where you're from. You need to be Igbo to have this conversation with us for today. But I appreciate you guys for being here. I'll be right back. Just give me 5-10 seconds. I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. Make una no vex for me. I just come out anyhow. Make una no vex for me. Make una no vex for me, all right. Mr. Pekus, I don't know. Unfortunately, we won't be able to bring you back at this time because we have already had that conversation with you. Maybe we can bring you back towards the end of the show, but I know you're going to agree with me for the most part. Mr. Sami, we're going to make the exception for you because you didn't necessarily share your thoughts. You just came to say hi and hello. So we're going to bring Mr. Sami up and so that we will hear his thoughts on this topic, even though I know he agrees with me. But make we just hear his thoughts. All right.
Thank you, Kachi.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Sami. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, so agitation or development.
Yeah.
Of course, development. My reason for development is we have agitated so long.
Yep.
And it's time to make a retrospect. Look, we went to the Civil War. They say we lost 3 million people. And I'm sure that war would have been averted.
Absolutely.
At worst, probably if they not were cleaners, maybe they would have killed 1 million.
Yep. Or zero. Let's
even say it so.
Just hear me out on this, right? Emmanuel Ifajuna, when they begin they go Lagos, when they were heading to Lagos, when they came back, Ifajuna tell Ojuku, this place where they go, road no they there, make we stop this thing. Ojuku payam.
Exactly.
But literally 3 months after him by Ifajuna, he started running from place to place because the Nigerian military started hitting them really bad. He started running from place to place. So zero, we could have had zero loss.
Yeah. Thank you. So now, at the end of the day, he said he was going to be the last man standing, but he left us.
Yep.
Ran away.
Yep. And then came back to contest for election.
Exactly. And that was when he realized that we could do this diplomatically. So now we started again and we lost all our money.
Yep.
We were only given £2. You can imagine the weight that Igbos lost during that war.
Yep.
As if that was not enough. Today, we are still fighting.
Yep.
And I will tell you, there has never been a time Igbos hated each other than this particular moment.
Yep.
Just in the name of agitation. And it will look as if Ndigbo, we are just known for fight, troublemaking. Look, don't get it wrong. I would even like Nigeria. I'm from Imo State. I would even like Imo State to have its own country. But let's do it diplomatically. Now, I will just say one parable. How do they say it? So, even if Nigeria would be divided or get to that point, it should not come from Ndigbo again.
Yep.
Let's begin to develop ourselves. We have lost so much money. We have lost so much of our people. Today, most of us today are enemy just because of all this agitation. Even online, some of our brothers, we can't have a conversation with them. They see us, they call us names, Sabo, or whatever they call us. Just because you are saying, one day, shield your arm. Let us develop. Look at what OT is doing. If every governor in the Southeast will borrow a leaf from OT, we begin to develop ourselves. We fight so much.
Yep.
And this fight is not bringing the name Biafra. to me, is scary. It's only death. I see each time I hear Biafra, I'm scared because if I look at Biafra, it's only death. So Ndigbo can't continue like this.
Yep.
I'm asking my people, let's think back. We can agitate, but let's begin to develop ourselves first.
Absolutely.
Get our people into politics.
Absolutely.
Ndigbo, the other guy was saying, how can't you give Ndigbo to rule? Ndigbo cannot just come to rule. You need number to rule. It is politics.
Absolutely.
So I don't want to take so much of your time, Kachi. Like I say, development rather than agitation.
Absolutely.
I will submit and let others, come over and, give their own opinion. Thank you so much, Kachi.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sammy. I appreciate you for joining. Thank you. All right. I go change the screen again. That Mr. Sammy, Shena Samson, I just look me one kind. I say, why is this guy looking at me like this? I tell you now.
That photo was very scary.
It was a little bit creepy, man. Anyway, thank you, Mr. Sammy. I appreciate you for joining. Thank you so much. And please feel free to stay back and listen in and until the end of the show. We're going to have a good show for sure.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right, make we continue the show here. Mr. Pekus, again, we go skip you at this point because we've already have some conversation with you so that we no go, use up your time, that time. Let's use that time for other people. Towards the end of the show, hopefully we can bring you back up and, you can just give us some more thoughts on your thoughts on the whole thing. Anyway, we have the King Sam, now my guy. Let us be nice. Be nice to my guy. Be nice to my guy. Okay. All right, King Sam, thank you for joining.
Yeah. Good morning.
All right, good morning. Thank you for joining. What will be your thoughts?
Yeah.
Ndigbo, agitation or development?
The question is the agitation affecting us? Like, is it affecting the development in our land?
It
This
is.
is where the question comes.
It is. I'm answering the question. It is.
Okay, tell me how. How is it affecting? Okay. Let me say it like this.
Okay.
Apart from the ending of the Civil War, what after the Civil War now?
Yeah.
What has the agitation? How did it prevent the development in our land?
Okay, let me answer. The agitation, as we know it in Igbo land, every time anybody talks about agitation, it's about seceding. It's about breaking out from the country, right? And we've had different characters. We've had Uwazurike, we've had Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is the latest one, so I will talk about them. And Uwazurike, I can't actually speak on him because I'm not very aware. I don't get my consciousness never developed when him been doing his own thing, right? But at least for Nnamdi Kanu, I can speak on that one. Nnamdi Kanu created ESN, where we know. Nnamdi Kanu created IPOB, where we know. In the Southeast right now, there is unrest, there is insecurity. Me and you can agree on that. There is no disagreement in that regard, right? What is bringing that insecurity in the Southeast? It is the ESN and the IPOB. So when you say how is agitation hindering development in the Southeast, insecurity directly hinders development in any region. And if there is insecurity in our region caused by this agitation, don't you see how it relates?
Okay. The thing is this: insecurity happens in every region.
True.
And it is not that much in Southeast that it can prevent any politician or anybody from developing his own side.
It is. Business people look at places that are secure. For instance, Dangote, when he wanted, do you think Lagos is the best place to build a refinery in Nigeria? Do you think Lagos is the best place?
Yeah, because that's
hear me out on this. Answer this question. Do you think Lagos is the best place to build a refinery in Nigeria? Answer the question. Yes.
Yes.
Why do you say yes? Why is your answer
because
yes?
that's where the seaport is.
No. Hear me out. A refinery will be best built in the area where there is crude oil, because refinery they refine crude. Crude oil full for south. That is where crude oil full. But there is a lot of unrest in that region. The region no they too stable. That is why a businessman dealing with billions and billions and billions of dollars, he's not going to risk it. Again, hear me out. Let me finish. Make I finish this one, right? Shell, Mobil, any other oil company where you sabi, all of them moved to Lagos. Why do you think they moved to Lagos? Again, they are dealing with billions and billions and billions of dollars. They have to move their headquarters to Lagos. They were in the south. They've been there for Port Harcourt, worry everywhere, Bayelsa. But when the unrest happened, they moved this thing, Operation Go Lagos. So don't you see how insecurity can affect development?
The thing is this. I don't think there are so much insecurity in the South that will prevent Dangote building refinery in South. It is because the position of South is not good for the refinery. That's why he shifted it to Lagos. You understand?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know that you would make a good businessman. Again, Lagos place is the best. Hear me out.
You know, okay.
Hear me out. Just hear me out. Just hear me out, Mr. Daking. Just hear me out. Lagos place is the best place for, as in business-wise, it makes sense because there is more stability there when it comes to security, when it comes to policies where the government of the day, there is successive government where they stable. Their policies, they stable. So any smart business person will say that is the best place. Instead, make we do pipeline. Make we use pipeline, they bring the crude oil.
Make I say something. Do you believe that he didn't build it for only Nigeria to refine? He built it so that many other African countries can come and refine.
But
how do you expect Ghana to
But
do you understand what I'm
I
saying?
hear you. But you can use pipes. You can still use that same pipeline to ship it, to pump that oil to wherever you want to pump it to. You can.
Like if somebody carry oil from Ghana come to Nigeria, then the person will pump oil from Lagos to Port Harcourt. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Let me say the person stop at Lagos Seaport, then the person will pump the oil from Lagos to Port Harcourt.
I see the point you're making there, and that's a very good point. However, I see the point. You almost catch me there, but I see the point you're trying to make there. However, you can use pipes you can still use pipelines to pump that to push those oil to wherever you want it to go, right?
See, what I'm saying is this: Lagos is the best location for that refinery. There's nothing anybody can say about it.
Okay. Make me and you agree to disagree on that one. But again, I still believe that insecurity. I don't know whether you disagree with this, but insecurity hinders development.
Okay, see this. We believe that insecurity, do you understand, hinders development, but it is not that much in Southeast that will prevent any governor from doing what he's supposed to do. Because I heard you telling somebody, the last speaker, that we're supposed to be protesting against our people that is representing us in the federal government instead of protesting against the president, which is wrong.
Okay,
you know
tell me why.
Wrong?
Tell me why it's wrong.
Because those people that are cartels, do you understand? If president is doing the right thing, he will be the one to persecute others, those people under him. But because they are all cartels, they do the same thing. There's nothing you can do about it. You cannot, if you go against the lower people, all of them will come for you.
So is it easier? It's easier to protest against the president? If the lower will do that to you, what do you think the upper will do to you?
No, he is the man in charge. So anything that happens in Nigeria, every blame will go on him. Do you understand? So that's why all the protests we should be on him. Because as me and you there now.
So you're saying it's okay. It's easier to be holding Tinubu than to hold. Yes. Which state are you from? Yes. Which state are you from?
Enugu.
So it's easier to hold Tinubu than to hold Peter Mba.
Let me tell you something.
That's your argument.
If you protest against Mba right now, if you do so, Mba can easily go to Abuja, carry police come and arrest you. There's nothing you can do about it. So
if this is true, what do you think Tinubu would do to you?
No, see, if the revolution starts from upper, like from upper chamber, like from president, then it will be easy. But you can easily.
How is it easy? How you think, my brother, Mr. Daking, think. You are telling me that if you protest against Mba, saying fit go Abuja, go carry police, come hold you. That Abuja no be Tinubu there. If he can go there and bring the police, what do you think Tinubu will do to you? Tinubu will get the police, go. What do you think that Tinubu will do you?
What I'm saying is this these are cartels.
No, that is your opinion. It's not a cartel.
From the chamber.
It's
from
not
the
a cartel.
Chamber,
it's not a
they are
cartel.
cartels.
It is not.
It's just like just like the way Tinubu now is bringing all the governors together. Do you understand? For me, this APC, everybody is the campaign entering APC. You see, all those people are cartels. If you want to dissolve that power, you're supposed to start from up. Because those people,
my brother, you need to listen to yourself. Slow down and listen to yourself. You are admitting that if you protest against Mba, Ingo Waka go Abuja. Now, let me even make a joke about it. How about as in they go to Abuja, you hold them for leg? You don't go anywhere, okay? You go there, do this thing what they tell you. But hear me out. But hear me out. Hear me out. You're saying it's easier to hold Tinubu where get that police where Mba they go Abuja to go bring. How does that make sense to you?
If you can break power from up, but the chamber where the power they reside from, you cannot start from that side.
All right.
You can start from up. If you do anything to Mba, no matter what you do, he can only run. They will still bring him back. There's nothing you can do.
I think you're confusing something. I think me and you they confuse something here, right? So if I have ever advocated for protest, I've never advocated for say like a riot or like a revolution, as people want to say. I've never advocated for that. A protest is a protest. A protest means a specific thing. Protest and riot and revolution are two different things. One can evolve to the other and the other can evolve to the other. But a protest is a protest. That is what I mean. So if you want to protest, it's easier to protest in your home state against bad governance in your home state, not to Tinubu. Tinubu is in Abuja. Tinubu might not see you. Unless you go Abuja, go protest.
The reason why it's supposed to go to Tinubu is this. He is the man in charge. He knows that what those people are doing. He's supposed to be the one holding them.
No, it's not his job. It's not his job. It's not Tinubu's job to hold your governor accountable. Do you understand that? It's not Tinubu's job.
It is because him is corrupt. It is because he is corrupt. That's why he cannot hold those people. Because if you hold them also will come for you and say, hey, look at what you give.
Let me ask you now. So there's just a whole lot of things to unpack here. Anyway, Tinubu, let me say Peter Obi becomes president, right? So your expectation of Peter Obi will be to be holding the Zamfara state governor. If he give him money, that is not his job. Don't you understand what I'm saying?
Listen to me. If you are clean, if Peter Obi is clean, do you understand? He can easily say, hey, look at what you are doing. Do you understand? Do this right.
You're looking at this thing. You're looking at life at a very rudimentary, for lack of words, I go use rudimentary. At a very rudimentary. Life no, they work like that, my brother. Reality doesn't. Snap out, man. Come back to reality, man.
No. But
that is not a president. That is not true.
These things happens in Western
That
Western
is
world.
not true. Which Western world is that?
It happens in Western world.
Which Western world is that?
I'm talking like America, even Europe, it's UK you did.
So the president of America, they monitor every state, they see what they do. That's what you're saying.
If you chop money, if a governor of any state in the United States chop money,
that is not true. The state holds the governors accountable. If state governor thief money, the state go first hold them accountable before FBI go begin the coming. It's not the president's job. You need to understand this to even move past this conversation. It's not Tinubu's job to hold governor accountable. It's not his job. There are agencies for that. The EFCC is there. Like now, the former governor of Kogi State, where allegedly steal money, right? That is the job of the EFCC. It's not the job of the president.
The agency you are talking about is also corrupt.
All right.
Those people,
everybody they corrupt. Who know they corrupt? Who is not corrupt? Make I ask you. Who is not corrupt?
So bringing the agency EFCC to go.
Who is not correct? That's a question. That's a question. Who in your opinion is not correct? Corrupt?
Just like when they bless you with.
In your opinion, who is not corrupt? Because it seems like everybody they corrupt.
Alex Telti,
okay.
Like the work we are seeing, like the way he's doing right now, the work we have seen done. Now the man is somehow
not corrupt.
Not to say he's the same too, but based on the one we have seen, I think he's better.
Okay.
Because the expectation we are trying to get from some of them politicians, do you understand?
Yeah.
Alex Oti is somehow better.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So Alex Oti is so that's why we are somehow praising him.
Okay.
So that's what is happening.
Then that is why we need to hold our local representatives accountable. I'm not saying leave
can't
Tinubu
hold them.
alone.
You
I'm
can't
not saying
hold
leave
them.
him alone. I'm saying you
can't
can.
hold them.
You can.
You can.
If you think you can hold Tinubu accountable, you can hold your local
Now
representatives
give
accountable.
solution. How do you if your government let me say your local government chairman is not doing fine now or he's not doing well.
Yeah.
You can see this man is chopping money, like he's not doing anything. What are you going to do?
Let me tell you. Welcome to the Beer Parlor Show. I can sit here and put that man's picture right here and start talking about that man. If you talk about them for 1 week, that thing where I want me to do, he go reach in here one day.
Okay, fine.
I'll give you an instance. There was this road in Bayelsa. Hear me out. I'll give you an instance. He get this road for Bayelsa, some maybe last month or so. This guy, I don't know where we are for Bayelsa. This pothole was deep enough to cover this guy. This guy entered the pothole. The thing covering his head, right? He just made a video. Said, see waiting to happen for Bayelsa. That was it. The next day, that road, they don't do him. That is how you do it.
I want to ask the question. Do you believe that somebody in Nigeria, like in Enugu now, can come out tomorrow morning, go to any place, video that place, say, look at what is happening here, post it online, and they will come and arrest the person. Take you. And they will come and arrest the person.
Yes, it happen. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it doesn't happen. A case study is the one recently in Ebonyi State. This teacher, somebody was recording her while she was teaching in a class that was clearly dilapidated. Now she built the classroom. She was just recording herself. The next thing, they suspend her teacher, suspend this one. So yes, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it doesn't happen. Another case study is in River State, where this lady, she was recording, I think, a health center or a school too. And, they brutalized that girl pretty much, man. It's sad. It's a shame. It does happen. Okay. But that is how you do it. That is how you do. Guess what? She came out on public, on social media again and talked about it. That is how you do it. Fela said something. I know one die. Mama I did for house. Papa I did for house. Papa I get one child. Now our mentality be that, and we've not gone away from that mentality. Everybody's thinking about, oh, my wife. I need to go. Nah, no fit die for this. But that is how you do it. The Western countries you're talking about. How do you think they got there? America, where they talk about Britain. Hear me out. Britain was the colonizer in America. Britain was the colonizer in America. Americans stood up and pursued those people. That is how you do it. That is how you do it.
No, in Western world, I've seen politicians fighting politicians. Like, you chop money. You see, our politicians we fight, carry you go court. Your same politician carry you go court, go the persecute you for that. Do you understand? I've seen a lot of it, but it doesn't happen in Nigeria.
What is stopping you from taking your politician to court? What is stopping you?
Which country are you talking about? Nigeria?
I'm asking you, what thing they stop you? What thing they stop you? What is stopping you? What is stopping you?
For Nigeria, it doesn't happen.
What is stopping you though? I'm there for road to the court.
No. You know what will happen.
See, my brother, you need to move away from this mindset. You know what? We're in 2026.
No, it's a reality.
I hear you. I'm not denying that. I'm not living in denial. I hear you. I agree with you. However, this is 2026. This is not the year 2000. This is not the year 1990. This is 2026. You have a phone. You have a phone, man. If this kind of thing they happen, you record and put them. It goes viral. You will be safe. You will be out. This guy now, where they say they record, show food where army they chop, right? I agree with you. They arrest the guy, but guess what? He's out. Social media. This is 2026.
Okay.
If that was the year 2000, that guy for still day prison by now. This is 2026.
This one you are talking like this. You are talking about just probability, because there might be a probability that people like 100 people did it and only, let me say, 5% survived.
That is not true.
No.
Okay.
What I'm saying.
Let me agree with you. Let me agree with you. So what? Mm-hmm. So what? If that's what's going to get us to where we need to be, so what?
I'm just trying to tell you how dangerous it is in Nigeria.
But if that is what needs to give, they say something has to give, right? If that is what we need to do to get to where we need to be, so what, right? So what?
Yeah, it's because Nigeria is corrupt, so it's not supposed to be like that.
Nigeria is corrupt, man. Everybody they corrupt for you. But anyway, Mr. Daking, man, Mr. Daking, make we move forward. If you have any final thoughts, share your final thoughts so that we can move forward.
I'll say what I have to say, and the agitation in Igbo land doesn't stop any development. Any governor that is not performing well,
it does.
Any governor that is not performing well, you should not blame any agitation.
No, it does. Agitation stops development. Agitation stops development. Tell me why, and let me indulge you, right? I want to say, let's move forward, but let me indulge you. Tell me why Obi Kubana, the poster child of Ndigbo, Obi Kubana, star boy, our poster child right now, right? Tell me why his development is not. Where do you think his Odogu bitters? Where do you think it's manufactured? Tell me, take a guess. Take a guess. Tell me. Tell me. Obi Kubana, where is his Odogu bitters manufactured? Tell me.
I don't know.
It's manufactured in Ogun State. Why you know they manufacture them for Anambra State?
Because that's cheap labor and all that things.
Cheap labor? Come on now. Come on, cheap labor. So you're trying to tell me there's cheap labor in Ogun State and Anambra people, their labor they're expensive because they get too much work. Their own distance they in demand. So there is high employment rate in Anambra State. So if you want to, is that what you're trying to say?
Okay. So you are telling me that all the companies in Igbo land they have relocated to other places?
No, I'm asking a specific question. I'm asking
companies operating.
And we can deep dive into that if you want. But I'm asking a specific question about our poster child right now, Obi Kubana. No, where is his real estate development?
Real estate development. I don't know where it is.
It's in Asaba. It's in Asaba. I'll tell you. It's in Asaba. Land no there for Anambra State.
That's where he will make more profit.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you why. Absolutely, yes. He will make more profit there because he is benefiting from the insecurity in the southeast. Because most people now know they for Anambra. Most people know they for southeast. Then go rather go stay for Asaba. So he's taking advantage of that. That is what it is, man. That is what it is. But Mr. Daking, we need to move forward.
Yeah.
We need to move forward. Thank you so much, though, for joining. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you. It's always, I hope that Mr. Daking they just come to make arguments, man. I love to have the conversations with him, by the way. But I hope that he's not just coming to argue just for arguing's sake, right? I hope that's not the case. I hope you really don't believe these things. I hope you're just trying to come challenge me. I hope that's the case. And whatever challenge you're bringing, I hope I'm giving it to you. I hope I'm satisfying that challenge. I hope you're satisfied, But I hope that this is not really how you think, my brother. Let me assume that you're just doing it for argument's sake, because a lot of things you say are not very I don't know the word I go use right now, but when you say agitation does not stop development in the southeast, that is false. Agitation results to insecurity, which results to capital flight. Do you understand these basic things? Which businessman go on carrying billions of dollars go to invest for where agitation they happen? Anyway, my brother, the King Sam, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. All right, make we bring up Ijele.
Good morning, my brother Kachi.
I greet you.
Kachi,
I greet you.
You see why? But this one now get voters card, ba?
I forget to ask her.
How exactly is this one not a minus in a democracy?
Make we leave the insult. Now my brother I beg. Now my brother be that.
It's not an insult. Yeah. No, it's not an insult. When you don't even know the impact of insecurity. For instance, let me give him an example. Also, he took a go to market. How much does he think is the total sum of business that exchanges hands in a to market?
Yep.
To rebuild a to market now, I can tell you 100 billion naira will not build it.
Yep.
Go to Zetobo Sigwe's page. On 30th of this month, this event that will happen in Oka, they will premiere that documentary. And many of these people have not even calculated the damage. They have no idea. These people are living out of their minds. Like, someone needs to tell you that insecurity breeds lack of development. Also, local government alone, do you know how many pharmaceutical companies that closed down and moved to Ogun State? And you are talking about cheap labor. How much is the median income in those industrial areas in Ogun State, and how much is the median income in Olu zone? Like, where is he standing on? What are the metrics he's using? You see, my brother, this is not an insult. there are people who are not supposed to be speaking publicly because the moment they open their mouth, they are a disgrace to wherever they're coming from. You hear from them, you begin to pity their parents that they've wasted their money, wasted their food. You didn't go to school, you didn't do basic economics.
Yep.
Someone will need to remind you that you are talking about, if people bring oil in from Ghana. Look at from Nigeria to Ghana, if you're facing towards Ghana and you're facing towards Gabon, which place do you have more oil? What's the quantity of oil in Ghana? What's the quantity of oil in Delta State alone? What's the quantity of oil in River State? What's the quantity of oil in Edo State? You've not talked about Cameroon, Gabon, Equatorial Guinea. All these places, this is the oil belt of the Atlantic coast. What the hell do you even know? You just come here to insult the intelligence of men and women that could have been listening to something else. Look at the entire Okigwe, gone. You can't even bring yourself to accept reality, a reality that is staring you in the face.
In the face, man. In the face.
What sort of human beings are these people? You feel ashamed being an Igbo person, being online, hearing these people, and not as if they are saying it in their own dialect. To the hearing of everyone, how do you not feel ashamed of yourself? How are you not a disgrace to wherever you're coming from? Look at all the businesses that have left the Southeast. Prior to this your people's rubbish agitation, many people were coming from Akwa Ibom, from Calabar, for businesses. Now, many of them have moved to Akwa Ibom just to go be with their customers because most of their customers started leaving. That's what is called capital flight, Mugu.
And they speak big English. Yup.
Do you even know the meaning of capital flight? How many companies have closed down? Look at hotels in Onitsha. How much? Imagine a good hotel. You see Euro Gold. How much is Euro Gold per night? Go to Asaba. An average hotel is how much? Look at the Anambra Airport. Prior to Obiano building that airport, people were crying, when will Anambra State have their own airport? Right now they have airport, but no passengers. Why? Everyone is routing towards Asaba.
Yep.
Why would they be going to Asaba if not because of insecurity? Are you people even thinking? People that shouldn't even open their mouth in the assembly of their own, for their village meeting, they give the microphone, talk safe. And they will come here insulting our intelligence, disgracing yourselves over here. While growing up in Onitsha, how much was rent in Onitsha? How much was rent in Asaba? Now it has flipped.
Yeah.
And this flipped since 2021.
Direct relation. Direct relation.
Direct. We are not seeing the direct relation of that.
Yep.
We are supposed to be explaining this to you. Places you never knew that will develop by 2030 in Asaba. Go to those places now, see homes there. Go there, see emergency homes. Who would have thought that you'll be paying rent 4 million, 3.5 million in Asaba? When people are still paying 900 in Onitsha, 850. Who would have believed that? Most businesses from Onitsha main market moved to Asaba just because of Monday sit at home. Between you with this your empty head and Soludo, who do you think will know better?
When you did all you now, it doesn't only me when they see.
I'm referring to that Utobo. I'm referring to that coconut empty skull. Motherfucker. Are you not ashamed of yourself?
Me and the jelly know they fight though. No be me oh.
Where did I get these bastards from? You are seeing the direct correlation. Go check all the places. Go to Onitsha, see how dusty it's looking. You are saying is go to Osun. They just started building roads again because in the past, what engineer would take his tools to Osun before? Are you mad? Nobody. Uwezoke was the other day shouting that they didn't build any road, but this is the same person that was praising Nnamdi Kanu. Do you think an engineering company will send their people over there where these criminals are? You emptied full villages. Kachi, you need to see how large a Kututu market is. The drone footage exists. When you will see that documentary, you will cry. You will cry. The livestock part of that market is how much alone? The basket market is how much? The palm oil market is how much? All these businesses completely closed down. And without this rubbish agitation, there wouldn't have been insecurity. And you are telling me, are there not insecurity everywhere? And I just thunder fire you. So because other places are burning, you want to burn your thunder there.
No be me. Oh. No be me.
These people disgust me. These people disgust me. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you, Jelly, for joining. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining. Jelly. No be me, oh, no. I agree with them. Oh. Me and Jelly, I agree. Oh. On this topic, we agree. On other things, we might disagree. But on this one, we agree. So if we are not, no be me in the talk to for this one. Anyway, thank you so much, Jelly, for joining. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. All right, make we see. All opinion matter. I don't know whether you be Igbo person, but I'll bring you up and we'll go ask you. I see you requesting. We'll go bring you up, and I know we've had good I'm a very smart guy, obviously. Make we bring him up, ask him the question. We've had me and All Opinion Matter, we've had so many debates. Very worthy challenger. Very smart guy, I'll give it to him. Very smart guy. All right, All Opinion Matter, thank you for joining, my brother. Where are you from? Yeah, thank you. Where are you from?
I'm from the West, actually.
All right. We're not going to get the conversation with you today, though, but I appreciate you for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I'm not even talking about the conversation,
but
just 30 seconds.
No. It's just what it is. We're not going to talk with only our Igbo brothers who want follow talk today, and I appreciate you. And I know you have good perspectives on a whole lot of things, but this particular show is for Igbo people. Make we talk to our brothers. That's it. Ndigbo say, Izukama no korobia. No be onokorobia. No be okorobia. Izukama na neji. No be okorobia. No be okorobia na neji. Izukama na neji. Izukama na neji. So we are going to talk this one with one Yota go. But I appreciate you, Mr. All Opinion Matters. Thank you for joining. Truth Matu, I believe, is an Igbo guy, but we'll go probe him. We'll go ask the question. We'll go ask the question and keep it moving. All right. Truth Matu, thank you for joining. We need a name to call to address you. So waiting be the name where you go want make we address you with. Matthew, you don't tell me before. I apologize. I know you don't tell me before. Matthew, make una no verse for me. Hey man, sometimes my brain no dey agree work. Sometimes I go forget words what I want to talk. So if you no go agree, my brain no go one work. But anyway, thank you, Mr. Matthew, for joining. Where are you from?
Yeah, from Southeast, Ndigbo.
Yeah, which state? Just tell me a state. That's okay.
Adima like Igbo state.
All right, fair
Because
enough.
all
Fair
Igbos
enough.
are one.
Fair enough, my brother Matthew. Ngwa, let us talk about it, but I asubeke. English will speak for this one. I hope that's okay with you.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. Let's talk about it then. Ndigbo, agitation or development?
Some of these my people, this agitation of a thing. Okay, let me take it back towards Owazirike time. If you see the arms of this Owazirike have done to Igbo towards Owazirike time, you will know that this agitation have not done anything good to Igbos, starting from Ojukwu to Owazirike, than bad. Okay, the reason why they were counting Igbo as minority then, 2015, towards the census, is it not because of Owazirike, our people, they should not come out to be counted?
Yeah.
Because the Owazirike bring up propaganda that they also want to know how many we are, so they come and buy all of us. Our people stayed back.
Unbelievable.
Owazirike and their group started telling our people they should start using Biafra pounds, that Biafra have come and stay. Our people started using it also. Do you know that they said Biafra plate number? Do you know that they even said Biafra passport? Tell our people they can use it and travel anywhere they want to.
Yeah, I wasn't very conscious, socially and politically conscious at the time. So I don't know about all these things. But I've come to know about these things where they talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, I was there. We were there then that time. Do you know that some areas, you cannot go some areas if you are not a Mazop member? And that thing have almost take Igbos back as from then, like 10 years backward then.
And I grew up in Port Harcourt, so that's growing up in Port Harcourt, kind of insulates you from all these things. You don't know what's in the happen outside of Port Harcourt. Now just what's in the happen of Port Harcourt where you know. So I hear you, my brother. But I've come to know these things now. Yeah, which is crazy. It's sad. It's just sad.
Okay, coming to Nnamdi Kanu own tenure. Do you know that because of this Nnamdi Kanu, foreign investors, even some of our people that have money cannot even proudly invest in Igbo land because of insecurity? Can you open a farm in Osuitokwa or Iseke or Kigwe now and say you want to do fish farming or pig farming there? Is it possible? I'm telling that guy that said that insecurity is not the problem, and this is who bring much of investment to your own state or community. Is private investors.
Yep.
And some of these my people, they don't know that when the private investor bring that business to you, even the locals will make money out of it.
Yeah.
That is how business thrives. Understand? So some of these my brothers, when you are trying to talk to them about this insecurity, and do I blame them? No, because should I blame? The person that's supposed to talk about this, they are not talking. They open a brewery for them, put a Biafra flag on their own brewery, which is Hero. They are drinking it and call it Oba.
Not true. And thinking about it now, I don't even remember. Biafra flag did that thing.
Yeah, go and check the logo there.
Make I check.
That is why they cherish it more than any other beer.
I see.
They even tribalize it. Are you going to blame somebody that they put Ojukwu status in a Opiweka? I mean head bridge when you are coming in. You will see Ojukwu status there. A coward that brought Igbos to that dungeon. They are praising him. You will see our youth going to Ojukwu status and doing Ompa.
I mean, I see what you're saying with the hero, but it's kind of subtle. It's not like, it's just a son, But I see what you're saying. I think it's subtle. It's subtle.
As an Igbo man, we know
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, man.
So what am I trying to say here? The people that are supposed to be talking to our people are not talking. And that is why you see these agitations are yielding fruit every day by day. Because if these people have stand out and talk to this our youth, believe me, so many things we have changed.
Yeah.
Understand? Somebody like Nnamdi Kanu, when Nnamdi Kanu was making all those utterances, how many of our parent people have come out and condemned him publicly? Even the person that condemned him publicly was Joe Ibukwe. Do you see how our people criticize him, even when they bought this guy's house?
And I'm going to be honest about Joe Ibukwe. I used to be one of the people, I'm not going to make any excuses here, right? But I used to be one of the people where they criticize him because, in the APC, man, I'm like, APC is against Igbo. But hey, man, I've grown, I've developed consciously, socially. I see things differently now. And I see that most of the things where Joe Ibukwe they talk, Now waiting I don't they talk now, you know. So I respect that guy, man. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to Joey Bokwe. I hear you.
This is the people that saw the future of war, the
Yep.
calamity of Nnamdi
Yep.
that have brought people land.
Yep.
And if our people, the same thing that Ifajuna saw towards the Biafran war,
Yep.
if our people have staked their foot on ground to condemn Nnamdi Kanu, then there will not be ESN in Igbo land.
Absolutely.
There won't be no government in Igbo land. But those people kept quiet. And all these atrocities happen in Igbo land. As it is happening now, all of them are not talking. Okay, look at the young girl that I just beheaded. You see people make comment against
Rest her soul, man.
trying to make Congress visit on that. But if you are opening the now, if you open the northern part, you will see people be saying that all these things that are happening in northern. Look at
And this is one of the issues I have with Obi. And even though I love Obi, but this is one of the issues I have with him, man. Even though I love the guy, but things like this, when he go shed light to, he go ignore him. But if it happen for nothing, he go run, go there. Isn't that something, though?
Okay. What I'm telling you now, go to Lili. Lili is in Anambra State.
Yeah.
Iyala is in Anambra State. Those places are no-go area. It's been terrorized by IPOP ESN.
Yeah.
This is Asia also. So what am I trying to say? Some of the elites, even our reverend fathers, even the traditional rulers, they are not speaking up against agitation and further things.
But I don't go blame those reverend fathers per se, right? I'm not taking accountability from them, but only on an association where you have to go. So, you know, people, they safeguard themselves because they live in those communities. If you go talk, then feed by you. And it has happened. I'm not just saying what I'm, speculating. It has happened, you know?
Kakachi, let me tell you, Reverend Father are just like how would I say? They are just like a saint among the sinners. If Reverend Father are going to be by for speaking that truth, I believe that he die on justice. But if he's going to get quiet on that, understand? That means he don't know his stance.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
If Reverend Father can call out, courtism, call them utter call. Why can't you call IPOP an utter call?
I see what you're saying, but this thing takes courage. It takes courage. Not every this hear me out. These Reverend Fathers where they talk about now human beings they be. Regardless of say them don't become Reverend Father, it still takes courage. Not be everybody get that courage. And most of these people, say some of them go say me they know they do this thing. But some of them still they do them. So most of these people are na human or na person them be. You understand, right?
Okay, let me come. There was a pastor. I think Ijere knows that pastor. And that pastor, I think his name is Mezier something in Imo State. The pastor is just like a prophetess and all those kind of thing. He call out one guy and call him mama. He tell and say your pikin be IPOP member. And if he no come out for IPOP, they go buy him. As Ijere he the man. I don't if you see how these people call him, he walk them out of the church. Understand? And that time where IPOP and they come at that time, that bishop that time.
Yeah.
So what am I trying to say, Jordan? You see what thing that happened for Igbo land. If our elites cannot come out and be telling them, because these boys, this IPOP, they have promised them. Some of them have been. You don't see where they locate them. Some of them be judges. They be judge. They be police. You see the one with the catch. He said him be police inspector for Anoma. And some of them they say him be this thing for the creation of Biafra. Him be this. So is it that kind of person you are going to tell that Biafra is not coming?
Yeah, I hear you, my brother.
Biafra is not coming. He's not going to be a local government chairman again. He's not going to be a councillor again. So it's right time our elites talk about it. Talk our youth out of this mentality. And the coming to LSOT also. He's one of the IPOP sympathizer and supporter, which I did not like. For him paying a visit to Nnamdi Kanu have drawn more of this agitation of boys, telling them that yes, Nnamdi Kanu stand on Biafra and he's going to give them Biafra. That is what he stand on.
I wouldn't necessarily stretch it and say that he's a sympathizer per se, but I hear you. Well, and that's also a critique that I have for Alex Oti as well. However, for someone to be a sympathizer, for someone to be considered a sympathizer, the person has to be consistent with, showing that sympathy. Again, I'm not making an excuse for him because I also have this same critique on, about him, right? He might have gone there to say, nah, this thing what you do, you should stop this thing. This thing no good. Stop it. Come out from there. That could have been the conversation he went there to have. Or it could have also been this thing where then they do say then they maybe line for Nigeria. It could have also been that side. We don't know because it was a private conversation. But he would have done justice if he went there and then came back and told us, this is why I went there and call it a day so that nobody go come there assume say him be sympathizer. But I think calling him a sympathizer is kind of stretching it because for somebody to be called a sympathizer, you must have consistently, been showing that same behavior, just consistently. That's just what I have to say on that. But if you want to, just round up with these thoughts so that we'll move forward.
Okay. Let me land off from here.
Yeah.
This is the game that Ojukwu played towards Wazirike turn. Do you know that Ojukwu used to go and visit Wazirike there? And also, that is why Apuga gained their stand in Anambra State. And this is why Alex Oti is playing the same game also, so that he can win his stand on this this IPOP. Can I tell you, no matter the evil of Alex Oti in Abia State, nobody in Abia State can come out to condemn him, because if you come out, this IPOP sympathizer will come after you. If Alex Oti have gone there to visit Nandekaro and come out and tell his people that you people should stop supporting Biafra or IPOP, and then Nandekaro that I visited and said that he's not supporting IPOP or Biafra, let us join politics. It would have been a first stand.
Yeah,
you get my point?
I definitely agree with you.
He come back and enter inside his room, like nothing happened.
Yeah.
That is because he's wearing his stand.
Yeah.
No matter what, you will see nobody will, if you come and condemn look at Showore now. Showore was one protesting towards Nandekaro in Abia State, but just a comment against Alex Oti, all of them come after Showore. Understand?
I don't think that is all of them. When you say all of them, I think you're putting everybody in a basket or in a bucket or whatever it is, right? It is Abia people. Abia people came out. These are not IPOB people. There could be a mix of IPOB people in there, but these are Abia people saying, Showore, close your mouth. You don't know what you're saying. And me too, I was part of the people. I don't believe I held a show, but I know I said that privately with my friends, right? Showore doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't know what Abia State looked like before Alex Oti. If he knows what Abia State looks like before Alex Oti, he wouldn't be making that statement. Does that make me an IPOB sympathizer? You understand what I'm saying?
No, Kachi, that is fair enough. Fair enough.
Right.
Do you hear when Ojo Zokaro make a statement that 30,000 people were abide by IPOB in
Absolutely, I heard that.
Do you know there are people in his own constituency? Do you know that they protested against Ojo Zokaro?
I hear you.
Because of that comment.
Yeah.
Understand? So what am I trying to say is that we, the Igbo, should come out from this agitation. Agitators have not yet any fruit to eat.
Yeah.
And no matter what, understand, you can look back and look forward and know where this agitation is taking us. Those people that are agitating, they are all
for 60 years, man. For 60 years, we've been agitating.
Yeah.
We've not gotten anything positive out of it. For 60 years, you need to think about these things. A child that was born in 1967 is probably 60. I don't know the math. Again, my head no agree work, but it's close to 60 years or more. A child that was born in 1967 is more than 60 years now. Think about these things, man. And that child never see any form of development for Southeast. And we're still talking about development. We're still talking about agitation and Biafra. It's going to be 100 years in 40 years. That child would be dead. And we're still agitating. For what? For what? A century. For 1 century, we're agitating. Hey, man, Mr. Truth, Mr. Matthew, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. But make we move forward with the show at this point. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I don't hit my limit of talking. My brain is not letting me to talk further. I see 2 people in the chat in the thing. We're gonna bring them up and then we'll call it a day for today. But I appreciate you guys for being here, man. Thank you guys so much. Let's keep liking. By the way, we are at 33K likes now. Let's hit 50K likes before the show ends. And if you haven't followed me yet, this is a good time to follow me, by the way. Let's see. Mekuda will go read some chats before we go forward there. Let's read some chats. Why not, right? Tobest Global says, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, my brother, Tobest. Chris says, Master, you not serious. I get you are on the headless mob. Anyway, All Opinion Matter says the agitation was even based off a lie. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was listening to Go On today. Go On said something. And again, this is why reading is important. I've not read this Aburi Accord, but it sounds like I need to go and read it because you see me talking about reading is important. I need to go and read that thing. And everybody needs to read that Aburi Accord. It seems like the Aburi Accord, yes, there was a meeting. But they didn't come to a complete conclusion at the Accord at Aburi. They had to come back to Nigeria and conclude on some things. But Ojukwu go for media begin the talk, say they don't agree on everything. Meanwhile, Gowon has not open mic yet. Gowon never get time to set ring lights. Ojukwu set his own ring light immediately. Begin the talk, say they don't conclude on everything. But it seems like they had not concluded on everything. We need to read that Aburi Accord and know the details. There are minutes, of the meeting. We need to go read that and understand them well, so that we know they're not going to carry us Siki too. But yeah, all opinion matters. I hear you on that one. Anyway, Inochika says every tribe agitates. Which other tribe is agitating? I would like to know. Tell me. Game Master says Tinubu must go revolution. I am somewhat a part of that Tinubu must go, but it's not a fighting something. It is by putting your vote. It's not by revolution. I'm not a big fan of the Tinubu's government because Tinubu prioritizes, in my opinion, he prioritizes politics more than governance. That is why I not too like the guy. Because, again, this we can go on and on, but today is not the day. Make I no go that side. Make una know they carry me from where one day. I don't want to go that way today. We're not talking about Tinubu today. Shout out to Tinubu. We're not talking about him today. So how do you sway people out of agitation? That is a good question, pocket size. So now here's the thing. First off, we've been agitating for 60 years. This one, the first one where you need to think. So 60 years you've been agitating. What have you gotten out of it? If you've not gotten anything positive or meaningful out of it, then re-strategize your plan. Maybe you need to do what other people are doing. Other people are getting involved with the country. Other people are taking advantage of the milk and honey in Nigeria. Other people are doing what they need to do to be a part of Nigeria. Have you tried that route? 60 years you've been agitating, nothing come out. How about you try something else, my brother? All opinion matter say 59 years. Thank you. 59 years, not 60. Yep, it's 59 years, not 60 years. Well, anyway, thank you guys. Greater Me says 59. Thank you. All right. Let's see. All right, make we get back to the show here. We're coming back. We're coming to the end of the show for today, but we have two guests still requesting. We go bring Mr. Wine Guy up, and then we'll bring Mr. Pekus. Panorama. All right. Mr. Wine Guy, I think he dropped. All right. I think Mr. Wine Guy dropped. All right. Make we bring Mr. Pekus Panorama. Thank you for requesting again. Thank you for joining again. I appreciate you, man. We're going to use you end the show for today. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Okay. All right. What I want to add again to this is someone asked a question on the comment section that how do we, like stop our people or dissuade them from agitation?
Yep.
One thing I think we must all do is sensitization. Like you are just doing now. You're sensitizing our Igbo brothers, opening our eyes to the things that we never knew or we knew or we were not properly informed about. I'm looking forward to a day where both you, Ijele, Iken Gurago, and a lot of Chioma and a lot of people who are speaking truth to this our Igbo brothers will be on the mainstream channels like Arise News and all these. How do I call it now? Mainstream media. Understand? Not just
that would be a big honor, but I love my Bia Palo show, man. Shout out to the Bia Palo show.
I know. Irrespective of that, I was watching Ijele when he was interviewed by Bam.
Yeah.
What's it called? The Bam guy.
Yeah.
Man, that interview was amazing.
Yeah. It was.
It was amazing. It really gave Ijele a wider reach.
Yep.
A lot of people who never had his own side of the story. Some people were like amazed. So this guy, everybody is calling a Sabo. This guy has something to. In fact, somebody wrote and said Ijele is worth hearing.
Yep.
After listening to him that very day, I was very, very impressed. So the first thing we need to start doing is sensitization.
Absolutely.
Taking it from just the confines of TikTok to mainstream media so that a lot of people we start to hear about this That is the first thing. And secondly, again, what I want to say again is this about our obsession with Igbo presidency. You know, I've been opportuned to visit some community. Let me start with the very recent one I knew. I was in Bayelsa State when Goodluck Jonathan was the president of Nigeria.
Yep.
After his 4 years tenure, I don't think much changed in Bayelsa.
Yeah.
As a state, or much changed in his community.
Yeah.
As a Bayelsa man. You know, the only thing I know that this presidency does for a region or a people is what I would choose to call individual empowerment.
Yep.
You know, you have the opportunity to bring your people closer to the corridors of power.
Yep.
Which Jonathan did. Understand? Now, where the accountability lies is those people who are being brought closer to the corridors of power and given opportunity to serve their community.
Yep.
How have they used the power?
Yep.
Obasanjo ruled Nigeria for 8 years. Go to his community. You can't tell me that maybe he did one marvelous job. No.
Yep.
Buhari and Yar'Adua came from Katsina State. Has Katsina State become African Dubai, Taiwan after they ruled Nigeria? No. Our obsession with Nigerian presidency, we should understand. See, even during Obasanjo's regime, he brought more Igbos closer to the corridors of power.
Yep.
Gave them ministerial positions.
Yep. Same as Goodluck.
Same as Goodluck, Jonathan.
Yep.
Both Telodua and Chidioka.
Chidioka, yep. More. Yeah. Barton Naji worked under Goodluck. Barton Naji, power minister at the time, I believe.
Exactly.
Barton Naji, yeah.
That is what we should be asking. The ones who were brought close to power, how have they utilized
How far?
You know, I'm not from Abia State, but when Ihe Jirika was the...
Ihe Jirika too.
Yes, Major was the
Army chief, yeah.
I know a lot of people who joined the military because of Ihe Jirika.
Yeah.
People from Abia State, once they apply, oh boy, I don't go join Army. Ihe Jirika, my brother. That, at least, for me, I don't know what else I would judge him by, but at least that alone, I can say is, yes, this is one of the benefits that your brother is in the corridors of power. Now, we have Dave Umahi now in the corridors of power. What Ijela was plying was this on
Enugu on the road, yeah.
And yes, and he was asking Umahi, what is keeping this road? Why has this road not been completed? Why are we taking one lane for over years?
Yes,
now you have the opportunity to do something about it. You see, this is our obsession about this Igbo presidency, my brother. Give an Igbo man president tomorrow. Ingo come out. Everywhere go see there as a day.
Yep.
Nothing go change.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's another show I'm going to hold, actually. Expectations. If P2B wins. What are our expectations? Because now you don't they tell us the north, the land in the north, the land there everywhere for Nigeria. I don't know why they talk about north now. Land everywhere. But we need to talk about the expectations. You know, if you win.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. You see, like the other guy who came out and said we shouldn't hold our governors accountable, we should hold Tinubu. That is to show you the obsession that guy has, or the anger and bitterness he has.
Yeah.
Over the seat of the presidency. That he pardoned or exonerated
every other person.
Every other person.
Now Tinubu with the problem.
And Tinubu be in problem.
Tinubu.
No, honestly, that program you just said now should be something worth discussing.
Yeah.
What are our expectations? You see, a state like Ebonyi State that has a very fertile land and are good in agriculture. You know, Ebonyi State has had governments in the past that came up, with education. My brother, if Ebonyi State should stay focused on agriculture
Just
alone,
agriculture, man. Just agriculture.
Agriculture, like a blueprint, have a 10-year plan, 15-year plan, 20-year plan.
When Buhari block port border to they bring rice in,
you.
what advantage did the Ebonyi people take? Did the Ebonyi people take advantage of? Instead, Kebbi State and Lagos and North now take advantage of that, right?
What is the blueprint of Ebonyi State's agricultural whatever?
Yep.
None.
Yep.
None. They are busy looking for our governor built a shopping mall for us. Those things are good, but those things are not the basics.
They're not the basics, man. They're not the basics. But yeah, Mr. Pekus, if you want to help me round up so that we'll go end the show for today, yeah.
Okay, my brother, thank you very much. In fact, what I'm about to say, my brother, I see you guys are doing a marvelous job.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
We need to move this to a more bigger platform where everybody needs to hear it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And definitely cross-platforming is definitely important because, you know, my reach can only reach so much people. Some people have their audience in it. It would be nice to go there and, you know, tap into their audience as well. But the opportunity has not arose. You know, arose have been arose. The opportunity has not arose, right? If the opportunity comes and it makes sense for me to, you know, go on to cross-platform, you know, definitely I'll take it, right? And because you know, waiting there, I know we to talk, and I to church now, and this gospel that we are preaching, there are no lies. There are no lies in it. It's based on truth. It's based on facts. You know, I'm not here peddling any lies, man. For instance, compare Ojuku with Michael Okpara, who a rational person, remove and put Ojuku and Michael Okpara, take this comparison to India and ask an Indian man, who would you choose to be your leader? Let a person that has no interest in Nigeria or anything pick who they will choose. You know, these are the kind of arguments that I'm making. These are the kind of topics that I'm having. These are the kind of conversations that I'm having. But obviously, you know, the emotion they're there. And I don't blame anybody. You can be emotional, but the thing is, at what point are you going to stop? At what point are you going to look back and, you know, start holding yourself accountable, you know, start to do check and balance. Is this thing adding up or is this thing not adding up? But hey, man, I appreciate all of you guys for being here today. Make I read, you know, just shout out some of the people we don't do here for a while. Let me just shout out some people here. We have Mr. Wine Guy. Mr. Wine Guy, thank you so much for being here. Babati, Pocket Size, Uncle K, All Opinion Matters, my brother. Thank you for being here. Halfway one, thank you for being here. Dayo Brass, Belak, Anambra TV, thank you so much for being here. Nick Segsabase, Eddie Amin, Paparazzi One, thank you so much for being here. Respect the Lord, Oluwa Pancho, thank you for coming back to the show. I appreciate you. Saliu Ojo, by the way, if you've not followed me yet, this is a good time to click that follow button. It's up there. If you're watching me from YouTube, feel free to subscribe. If you're watching me from Facebook, feel free to follow, leave a like, all that good stuff. Who else is here? Saliu Ojo, Ashe Engineer, Ola Basti, Don, Tony, Rab for sure, AMG, 7-star, Samoza or Zumoza, Mr. Savi, Rock, and all the other beautiful people with here, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Hopefully tomorrow we're going to have a good show again. I don't know what the topic is going to be about, but we're going to have a show tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. I hope you guys tune in as well. You know, that's what they do. At the Bia Palo show, you come on, we have good conversations and call it a day. But until then, peace.